Nintendo?
Hack the Nintendo. Hello everyone out there in the big, bad, decaying, slowly crippled world. We are Hack the Dino, and boy, oh boy, are we in a happy mood tonight? Well, I am, because guess what? Nintendo Show!
He also got his second jab, so he's loopy as heck.
Oh, yeah. We are Hack the Dino. I am a metaphor for capitalism, Ben Rosenthal, and I am joined by one of my co-hosts, Xbox's biggest fan, Floppy Starrick.
Hey guys, how are we tonight? There is a strong possibility that at some point during the show it'll cut to an ad and then it'll just be me.
Because I'll be on the ground just foaming at the
Yeah.
mouth. And another person who also won't be foaming at the mouth, but will... Braden Dixon's here.
Heyo. How are we, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, Braden, you're looking a little...
Flat?
Hey, Braden, how you going?
Good. I got my first jab the other day. I'm very excited about it.
Right.
I've already felt my phone's connection being stronger than ever.
This is what you have to look forward to.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. So I had my second jab yesterday. All went well. The lovely person who gave me the jab said, "Oh, just make sure you drink lots of water when you get home to, flush it all out." And so I did, and was peeing every 2 seconds because you need to know that.
If you pee on me...
Was it weird when they asked you to bend over too?
Yeah. Now I got home. I was like, "Oh, it's a bit sore, but okay." And I sent Floppy a message about 3 hours after and just said, "Hey, when does all that sick stuff start to kick in?"
I was like, straight away.
Straight away. And I went, "Oh, sweet. I might be one of these people who doesn't get affected." Awesome. Woke up this morning and went, I can't lift my arm. And then halfway through the day, I got a little bit headachy. So I drank heaps of water. Now I cannot focus. I do not have a single thought I can grasp onto. So we've got a show for you this evening. But don't forget first, if you like what you see and hear, we're usually much better than this. I have it on good authority. Head on over to hackthedino.com where you can see all the stuff we do over on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all taken care of by our social media guru, Anto, who was in the chat. Hey, Anto, how you going? Say hi to everyone. They
say
love
hi,
you.
Anto.
You can also head on over to twitch.tv/hackthedino where you can watch us live every fortnight as we record, and you can join in and banter and yell abuse. Or you can head on over to Hack the Dino's YouTube page at youtube.com/hackthedino and subscribe there and like some videos. It's really worth your while, and the YouTube algorithm isn't screwed to all hell. But if you don't like our faces, fear not. You can head on over to any podcast app, search Hack the Dino or Hack the Dino Gamingcast, which is what you're watching or listening to right now, and do a subscribe or a what is it? A review.
Do 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 a review. Give a review. A good one. 5 stars.
Get a review. Wrap it up in plastic.
Hey, Ben, do you want to know what I've been playing?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Thanks, mate. I thought you might. I haven't been playing heaps, actually. I've had a very busy couple of weeks. But what I have done is finished a game that we're not reporting on. Mm-hmm. So that was fun. And I've been playing some more Ratchet and Clank. Braden.
Yes.
I need you to tell me how close I am to the end.
Oh, okay. What have you experienced?
I have finished the constructing of the thing.
Okay.
The Dimensionator.
Yeah, you're not too far off then.
And I've got a choice of 2 worlds I can go to now.
Okay.
One where I'm playing as Ratchet, and one where I'm playing as oh gosh, what's her name?
Rivet.
Thank you.
I read it on the screen.
The name was on the subtitles on the screen.
I also have not got my glasses on today, so stuff that's on the screen.
Can I just point out there
Not
was a shadow there of Rivet as they went up the elevator.
Yeah.
Looked really, really nice. I'm going to talk about Cyberpunk briefly. Just keep that in mind.
I've also, over the last couple of weeks, have upgraded my TV.
Ooh.
So I got myself a nice 65-inch 4K
OLED.
QLED. I went for QLED because I have a really big, bright room with lots of windows. Mm-hmm. And Ratchet and Clank, like I thought it looked amazing on my old TV. And I was right. It did look amazing on my old TV. Now it looks hecking amazing.
It's bloody gorgeous.
Dude, it's so amazing. Just like the lighting, the ray tracing. Oh my God, ray tracing.
Yeah.
HDR. Makes me think it makes my pants fit nice.
It's honestly such a stunning game just to show off not only the gameplay capabilities of the PlayStation 5,
Yeah.
but also the visuals. I sound like a PR rep.
You do a little bit. They should probably send you a TV.
Oh, Sony, hit me up. But,
Mr. Sony, we know you're watching.
honestly, it's so
I didn't buy a
Shuhei?
Sorry, yeah.
Shuhei, no, he's gone.
no.
No, Shuhei's in charge of the indies now.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have any money anymore.
I didn't buy a Sony TV though. I did buy a Samsung.
Nice.
I'm a fan of Samsung.
But yeah, it's honestly such a good game, and for experiencing a new TV, ooh, perfect.
But yeah, so I'm enjoying that and playing more. And hopefully, I reckon over the course of the weekend, I will finish Ratchet and Clank.
I
I'll
reckon
add that to my
you'll be able to finish it by then.
yeah, and I'll add that to my. I've been keeping a tally of games that I've actually finished this year as a thing because it was something that I never do was finish games. So I've been keeping a tally. So at some point near the end of the year, I might go through and the games that I've finished and rate them.
Good idea. I'll do the same. Here, I'll do it right now. Okay, moving
He
on.
has finished no games.
Not true. I was
You can't
playing...
finish Pokemon Go.
Well, no. Or Fortnite. Before I talk about what I've been playing, I just want to point out a comment in the comments.
Is it Michael Towns?
Michael Towns,
Is it
Game Boy
about
Games. I'm going to read it. Michael Towns in the live chat over on twitch.tv/Hack The Dino, who's also a Game Boy developer, makes Game Boy games, says, I'm kind of tempted to put 78 in the next title of my next game as a big gamble. So far, there's been Fallout 76, Cyberpunk 77. Let's see how far this curse goes. I am hereby creating a petition to ensure that Michael Towns does in fact put 78 on whatever the game is. It could be like Bible studies 78.
Don't do that, Townsy.
Do that, Townsy.
Don't do that, Townsy.
Remember Noah's Ark? Yeah, do that.
Oh,
Anyway, speaking of Noah's Ark, I've played...
shit game 78.
I played Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time today. I streamed it a little bit earlier. You can go back and check it out on the VODs, or it'll be over on our YouTube channel during the week. I did a trade for it. Remember I said that I wasn't going to buy it brand new because I didn't want to reward the greedy people who made the game.
Greedy people who own the company that made it.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, the devs, of course, went through horrendous crunch to try and get this out and were very vocal that it wasn't ready. So a friend of mine ended up getting it for $10 secondhand, so I traded it. So I felt good about that.
What'd you trade for it?
A bag of coffee. Yeah.
Just anyone's bag? Like, just picked up some
on
of
the
your
street.
coffee? Or
Yeah,
did you
some of my
just-
coffee.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yes, so...
Is this you playing?
No, this isn't me playing.
Because it looks a lot like you're kind of driving.
Well, all right. Calm down, Mr. Old Man. I played it for the first time today, streamed it. Firstly, the customization. I was led to believe, through the marketing, believe it or not, the marketing led me astray. I know.
What?
I know, right?
Never happens.
So I was led to believe that this had one of the most in-depth and intrinsic way to do a character, create a character. It's complete bollocks. It's like the most normal, generic create a character thing you can get. The only thing was you can choose your genitals and choose whether you got a beanie or a helmet. You know what I mean.
Yeah, you can. What you find is it's progressive in the fact that all choices are available for the masculine and feminine.
No, I'm not saying progressive. I'm saying they were saying how in depth it was. Like you could,
okay.
Create, go a little bit more into detail, but you couldn't. It's like a generic. Full credit to them for making having whatever parts you want on whatever character you want. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I really dug that.
That's really, really good. But the fact that they went and talked about how intrinsic you can get, and it wasn't at all. It's just a generic one. Next thing I noticed is that the world is really, really sparse.
Empty.
It's a cool world. It is I ran it on a PS5, my PS5, so I didn't get a lot of glitches, although I did get some. They have fixed a lot from the glitches that I've seen to what it is now. It was certainly playable. It was just kind of boring. Now, in the chat when I was playing it, the first hour was just like a walking sim. But I'm told that that's pretty,
It's pretty normal for an
normal for an RPG.
For or higher than 60-hour or something like that game. Your first hour is going to be pretty slow.
Yeah. And then what really annoyed me, so you do this walking sim and it's sort of like, you do the opening mission, which isn't really a mission, it just kickstarts the storyline. And then they show a montage of you and Jackie getting to know each other and becoming friends. And I just sat there watching this montage and just going, be cool if I could have played this montage instead of just watching it. And that montage is basically what you see in a lot of the pre-release marketing stuff. So they're all rendered cutscenes. So it made me realize, wow, you guys knew this was bad for a long time. Did the first mission where you have to go in and save someone who's been kidnapped. It was kind of gratuitous in that, like, you're carrying a naked body and there's just a breast in front of you by the way you're carrying it. And Anto was in the chat when I was playing it, and they said, like, you know who this person is. Their name, I think, is Susan. Mm-hmm. And they're obviously on the verge of death, and you need to, and they're naked in a bathing tub, so you pick it up. And they call her, they don't call her by her name, they just call her or she. Like, you know the character's name. And I don't know, it just seemed kind of 17-year-old boy sitting at home going, oh, yeah. Not that all 17-year-olds like that, but I certainly was when I was 17, so that's why the conclusion I'm drawing. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go back to it. I just wasn't impressed with how lifeless the city kind of felt, and just how, yeah. Oh, there it is. Anto in the chat saying, place woman on ground. That was the prompt that we got. Place woman on ground.
Hopefully that's just like a translation error. Hopefully, because, you know, where is CD Projekt Red based out of?
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sure they would have, you know, they had enough dialogue. The dialogue kept talking over each other. And, like, because when you walk close to someone and they're speaking, you have an option to have subtitles above their head. And it got to a point where I was walking and all the subtitles for the room were all over the same person. So that was one glitch. And then there was another glitch where two people were having a conversation at a table and they're all lifeless drones. And when you talk to it, oh, talk to everyone. You go and talk to them and it goes, hey, what's up? And then that's it. That's all they talk about. That's all they say to you. But someone was eating a hamburger and it was on the table and it was half eaten. It was sort of half on, half off. And I just sat there talking about how she should have put it on a coaster.
I heard that part. You bugged the crap out of me.
What,
like, you did.
Hey, it's Anto says Poland, but if they, city PR from Poland, but if they can translate her name, they don't have to refer to her as an object. Correct. Yes, I agree with you, Anto, in the chat. And place woman on ground throws. Yeah, I think that's what it was as well, Michael Towns. Accidentally hits Y instead of X, does a suplex. Anyway, I'll probably go back to it because I do want to see where it goes.
Yeah, I went past that, and I've got to say, none of that sort of stuff ever even jumped out at me when I was playing it.
Really?
No.
I mean, maybe
I mean, I'll do a thing where, like, I don't know how much you'll read into stuff or whatever, but, like, a name it was not an important part of the game for me at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
I don't. Like, I'm
and not because I'm kind of a Neanderthalic.
Hey Ben, do you want to talk about the little toy that you got this week?
I wanted to quickly talk about Fortnite. Then yes.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
So very, very quickly, new season of Fortnite came out. It's kind of meh. I'm not really impressed with it. I'm not playing it a lot. There you go. That's all you need to know. And I reached level 200 last time. Like, they've redone the XP system where instead of giving you XP and you just go out and complete it, and it updates every week, you have to go and seek out NPCs and get quests from them and complete it. And it's just...
I haven't played it in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We'll
jump on there at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a toy during the week. You may have seen it if you headed over to my Instagram at Mr. Benjamin. I talked about this previously, but it's the Epilogue GB operator. It's this little thing here. Basically, you plug it into your PC or your Mac, download a program, put a Game Boy Color, or Game Boy Advance game in the slot, and you can play that game on your PC or whatever. Works perfectly. I was showing floppy before.
It was pretty amazing.
It loads up like that. I played Pokemon Blue the other night on it for about 2 hours. Fantastic. You can download the saves and all the data onto your PC and then re-upload it. If, you know, the cart corrupts itself, or if you, say, have a Pokemon game with a battery backup and the battery fails, you can save it there. It doesn't let you escape out of the game before saving. Escaping out of a game once you're playing it is just pressing the escape key. Not only that, but you put a game in, it'll tell you if the cartridge is official or not. Because, of course, we know these carts, especially Game Boy Advance, the Pokemon Game Boy Advance games, a lot of counterfeit ones are made. It comes up straight away. You can see it up there. Braden's circling on the screen now. It has a green light and says official cartridge. And if it's not, it says non-official cartridge.
But you said it doesn't block you from playing them, does it?
No, well, some of them don't even register. So I've got some pirated cartridges, and some just don't even register.
Yeah, right.
You can also... There was another point that this did that I've forgotten about. What have I forgotten about, Braden?
You can play Game Boy Advance games.
Yep. We spoke about that. So, obviously, you can stream it. I am going to stream it. I'm just in the process of getting a cord so I can have my Xbox controller.
Allows you to back up.
Backup. Oh, that's right. Game Dev. It also works with GB Studio, which I believe is the game dev program that Michael Towns from Game Boy Games uses to make his games as well. So, yeah, I'm super impressed with it. Really happy, impressed with it. How easy it is. I love it. And as soon as I've got everything happening, I am going to stream some of my old Game Boy games. Oh, and as a... remember last week when we were talking about Game Boy games you want to see come to the Switch? And I said Hook. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was right. That game's crap. Braden,
A little bit of nostalgia holding on to.
Oh, yeah. Afronex in the chat has asked how much it was. I believe I paid just over $100 Australian, but then I also got an email from them saying, you're about $11 short US for postage. We can either refund you or could you pay it? And I said, yeah, man, I'll pay it.
How easy was it to get a hold of? Like, is it something that's in relatively high stock, or is it in limited run sort of stuff?
Well, I mean, this was shipped at the end of August. I think they've sold out of this. Shipped at the end of August. I think they've gone through that allocation. There's another shipment going at the end of December, or in December, from what their website tells me. Wasn't hard at all to get. As soon as it was announced, I grabbed it. I've got that game as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I want it.
Maybe I'm so happy for it. Josh Tunes in the chat said it's cheaper than a Game Boy player for the Gamecube.
Oh, heck yeah.
Absolutely. So the Game Boy player isn't the expensive bit. It's the disc you need.
This disc you can never find because everyone sells a Game Boy player without the disc.
I can find it though. It's in the box up there in my collection.
Not so humble.
Or it's in the one on my Gamecube.
I can almost hear you stroking your own ego.
Yep, ego. That's what I call it. So it's really, really cool. Anyway, Braden, what have you been playing?
Don't judge me.
Oh, I will.
I've been playing the Sports Ball game.
I love a good sports ball.
Sports Ball game. This game's got so much sweat in it, you guys.
Is it the net one?
Look at this. There's so much sweat in this game. This is the basketball game, the new one. NBA 2K22 came out. I play it with some of my friends.
Cool.
We like basketball games.
Can you play as Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was such a big sports ball fan.
I don't believe so.
I think you may mean Michael Jordan.
I think they cut him from the crowd. I'm not going to go there. No, it's really fun. It's more 2K. It's 2K, and that's it. It's no different. On a PS5, it is gorgeous, though.
Oh, I bet it is.
Like, graphically, it's really good. The solo stuff, the, like, campaign my player stuff, where you, like, you know, go from college to, like, the NBA and blah, blah, blah. It's terrible, as usual. Cringe as hell. It gives off the vibe of like a 40-year-old white math teacher trying to relate to some kids from the hood.
Oh, I do that on a daily basis at work, but I do it ironically. It's great.
You would love this game then. The campaign is garbage.
What's the tutorial system like? Because I've always found that when you try and play these things, there's generally a lot of assumed knowledge sort of built in.
There definitely is, but the bonus is, while you're waiting the possibly 3 hours for it to install... once it hits that like very early threshold, you can go in and play like the minimum amount of data that it needs to start playing.
Yeah.
And you can just practice in there and go through the tutorial there, and it's it's fine.
How do you find the controls? Are they pretty like intuitive?
Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's fine. Everyone else who I play with, they've all turned off the DualSense trigger thingy for just 2K.
The haptic feedback.
Because the defense button is L2. And when you're doing like solid defense, the trigger vibrates, and you do it so much in the game that it gets super frustrating.
Your hand gets pins and needles?
No, it's just super loud and annoying, so I keep it on when we're chatting just to piss them off. But yeah, I like it. It's fine. It's just, it's a basketball game.
Who do you play as your own character, or do you get to play as other people as well?
Depends on what mode you play. A lot of my friends play the card pack opening version
Oh,
of the
yeah.
game, which I'm not super into. I just play the solo stuff. So
Yeah.
I create my own player and play as it.
If you could play as any character from the NBA, who would it be?
Oh, it's MJ. Michael Jackson.
I meant current, but
Clearly. No.
Yeah. He plays for the Chicago Dinosaurs.
The Chicago Dinosaurs. No, he plays for Motown. Motown Kindergarten. And,
that
Brayden.
was so
but
loud.
yeah.
Brayden.
It's
So loud.
It's still super money hungry, and I haven't put a cent into it, but some people I play with have a concerning amount.
Is it pay to win?
It's 100% play to win. It's always going to play
It's
to
a
win.
yeah.
Just play solo and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, no,
Scotty
I like
Pippen for life, says Michael Towns.
I found my basketball cards the other day.
Ooh.
And
The
they are...
Ultra?
No, Upper Deck. I was an Upper Deck boy. And it was from 92, 93,
I
or
used to
93,
have them.
94. Oh my God, they are still in really good condition. I was sitting thinking, hang on, these are almost 30 years old. Holy
Oh,
crap.
Just saying, I like the NBA.
My dad had a folder of them that he gave to me years ago. And apparently, I was talking about it the other day after, I was looking around some, collectible places. And he was, I just happened to bring up collectible trading cards and stuff. And my dad was like, oh, yeah? And I was like, yeah, I've still got that folder of yours in my room. And he sort of looked at me funny. And I was like, they're still in my room, aren't they? He was like, no. And he just went into my room and stole them back. Because he was like, I don't want you to sell them too quick. They could be worth money. And I was like, oh my God.
I mean-
Well, he should have thought about that before he gave away a freaking Vectrix.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Dixon family, you've
What?
already made your mistake.
Yeah, didn't you hear about that?
Nope.
No, well, we met Mr. Dixon one day, Dan and I, when Brayden first joined up with us. And he was telling me the story about how he sold a complete box Vectrex with all the games and all the boxes and all the games in boxes for $20 at a garage sale.
Yep.
And I just looked at him and went, you know how much they're
Brayden,
worth?
go get those cars back now.
Yeah, honestly.
Speaking of cards, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct today.
Sure.
And I, for one, am thankful because there was no other news and I was desperate to talk about something. But I watched it live. We had a really good little chat in our Discord while it was going on. Of course, in the Patreon Discord. So if you want to join our Patreon, hackthedino.com, we'll be talking a little bit later about our lovely Patreon and how you can join it for as little as $1 a month. But anyway... I thought we'd go through some of the highlights of this Nintendo Direct, and I thought it was pretty good overall, but we'll talk about that at the end.
I was pretty happy.
So the first thing that caught my attention was the very first thing that came on, and that is the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak expansion pack for summer 2022.
Did you play Monster Hunter Rise?
I have not played Monster Hunter
Have you
Rise.
played any Monster Hunter game?
I played the one on the Wii U for about 10 minutes with a friend of the show, Havoc, and then stopped because it was boring.
I've been told Monster Hunter Stories is a good one to go for.
Is that the chibi one?
Yeah.
You got Monster Hunter Rise, didn't you?
No, I was going to, because I always tell myself I'm going to, because it always looks cool, and then I never do it, including this year.
Brayden, did you give this a go at all?
Nah, Monster Hunter's never really been something I've been into, but a podcast I listen to, The Besties, they all went nuts for Monster Hunter World and Rise following on.
Right, well, apparently this Sunbreak expansion is massive and coming in summer 2022, which, wasn't a bad way to start off. Monster Hunter's been very successful for Capcom. Remember about 5 years ago when everyone was going, is Capcom dead? Like, are they
And then
are
they just
okay?
did everything.
And then they've just come out and gone, nah. And now they're all kicking all the goals again. So I'm going to go through I've put it not in running order of the way it went. I've grouped them together. So we're going to talk about the expansions and the DLC titles that were announced. So the next one we saw was Mario Party Superstars, which showed gameplay and maps. A new gameplay trailer was revealed for Mario Party Superstars with new details on some of the maps that will be playable when the game launches on October 29, 2021. Now, I couldn't remember, did we have a release date up until then?
I didn't think we had.
I don't know. Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Now, this is just the remastered sort of Nintendo 64
Doesn't it have some
boards, aren't they?
GameCube ones on there or something?
It's got everything. It's got a bit of everything.
It's got
Oh,
a bit
really?
of, hasn't it got a, yeah.
Yeah, it's all the best stuff from each one.
Okay, so the popular
It's
ones.
a compilation.
So
It looks really good though. Like it looks really good.
Will I be burning a hole in my palm when I play some of the Nintendo 64 games again?
Not on your Pro controller, you won't, because it hasn't got a stick in the middle.
It's a good point.
But if you get the controllers that come out,
well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
I hope not. I'd like to think that they've updated a few of the controls because that thing was just palm destroying and analog stick destroying.
Yeah, well, it's the reason why a majority of Nintendo 64 controllers nowadays need a replacement.
Because someone had Mario Party.
Yep. Braden, you going to grab this?
Possibly. Mario Party's good fun. I would definitely play it if I had people round to my house.
You know what? We should do it. We should all come here and we should all stream it.
Or go to Braden's house. He just asked.
All right,
And I
Braden,
can have
we'll come
words
to
with
your
his
house.
dad about his Vetrix.
My Switch lives at Michaela's house.
We'll go to Michaela's
We'll
house.
go to
She
Michaela's
won't
house.
mind.
That's okay.
She
I don't
has
have any
custody.
problem with that.
She has custody of our Switch.
That's fair. She plays Animal Crossing, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, I bet she's excited for the update, which we'll get to shortly. Next, Mario Golf. We got new characters and new courses, and they're all free, which I am a big proponent for.
I like free. Free is good.
So we're getting Koopa Troopa and Ninja, and new courses at a later date. I really see Nintendo is so confusing. They are the most money grubby, hard to work
Sometimes.
out company at times.
And then other times,
And then other times they just give you free stuff.
Free stuff. And then they did the thing where they'd be like, and now. You can get it now.
Yeah, which is what they did today.
Later
it's
today.
available
It's
later
free
today.
for everyone.
Did you play Mario Golf at all?
I did a little bit.
What'd you think?
Got bored.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Braden?
Yeah, I never checked it out.
No?
I got turned off by a lot of the things that were brought up in different reviews.
Like how the base golf game's the best part and everything else
Yeah.
is just confusing?
Yeah.
Then we had an expansion announcement for the second expansion announcement for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which will be released on October 29 as well. I actually haven't played this game yet. I played the demo and then I just not picked it up. These types of, I forgot what they're called now, muses?
Did you ever play the Dynasty Warrior games?
Yeah. Well, I've got the first Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
I haven't played the Fire Emblem one. Yeah, I mean, it's just so samey.
Yeah, look, it is. It's exactly the same. It's a different skin on the same game. I mean, so are lots and lots of games, but...
don't get me wrong, this has got a lot of backstory and a lot of cutscenes that sort of deal with the lead up to Breath of the Wild, which I
Yeah.
really appreciate, and I really like them doing something different for that backstory.
Because it's all about the champions, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And the lead up to the fight with Ganon, which happens, and then Link sleeps for 100 years, and then we get Breath of the Wild. Yeah, really keen to see those cutscenes. But as Michael
Sounds like it'll
Towns...
make for a great YouTube watch.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Towns in the comment has said it's way too long. And if you do feel like a YouTube watch, head on over to a friend of the show, Mr. A Game, because he's done a whole series on it. And he's a very swifty editor and a very entertaining man.
Swifty editor.
He is.
That's something you should put on your CV. I'm a
Swifty
Swifty. I'm organised. I am punctual, and I'm a Swifty.
I could
editor.
give Mr. A Game a call right now, and he would be very, very happy to be called Swifty.
Oh, no doubt.
He
I
got
love it.
married as well last
I
month.
know.
Yeah.
I saw him. I ran into him.
Yeah.
In public.
In public.
Yep.
What was best, he told me, like last time he was here, he was telling me before the show, he goes, don't say anything, okay? So, I won't. It's okay.
Lucky you hadn't had your second jab before that, otherwise you probably would have blurted it out everywhere.
The secret as well.
I just realised there's a part in here I haven't filled out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
you've
gonna
got
come up with something on the
on the fly.
That always works well for me.
Oh, we were going to take it in turns for this, weren't we?
Yep.
Okay. I'll read this one, then you do the next one, all right?
Maybe I shouldn't because I don't like the next one.
All right. Well, I'll do the next two. Hey, everyone, we're live. Next, Super Smash Brothers, the Ultimate Final DLC character will be revealed in early October. October 5th, to be precise. Who's our pick for the last character? And this is it. They said we're not doing any more. This is the nail in the coffin. We're done.
This is now. How many characters have they added to this thing?
There
Since
are
when
so
did it come
many.
out? It came out December 2017, 2018.
Yep. So, social media guru Anto in the chat is calling Sora.
Sora, say of Kingdom Hearts fame.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
possibility.
very good. Oh, that's a good one.
Braden, who do you think?
I think it's going to be everyone's favorite main character from Disney Pixar's Cars Lightning McQueen, as voiced by Owen Wilson.
I think Maida's everyone's favorite character from that franchise. isn't
Yeah,
it?
correct.
Oh, oof.
Correct.
No, my actual favorite is the little pit stop guy.
oh,
The little
Luigi.
Italian.
Luigi.
There's Guido and Luigi.
Guido and Luigi. I can't
Yeah.
remember which one's which.
They're the best.
Michael Towns in the chat said Labo Man. So I wouldn't put it past Nintendo.
That'd be cool. I'd be down with that.
Have you got one yet?
I think so, but you have to tell me if he's in there because there's so many goddamn people in this game. Mm-hmm. Is the little Chibi Robo guy?
No, he's not in there.
He's not in there. I'm going to go with him.
Are you going to go with Chibi Robo?
Yeah, well, I was thinking.
Wally?
I was thinking Nathan Drake. That was the only name I could get in my head. That's definitely not going to happen.
What's that?
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake?
Yep.
No.
Of Uncharted fame.
All right, in all
I'm
honesty,
going to go with Chibi Robo.
I was talking to Triple Indie today in our Discord, and he said that he thinks Sakurai is just going to put himself in there. Like, his actual physical... he's going to transfer his consciousness into the game, and that's where he will live from now on, because this game was his life.
And they'll never make another Smash Bros. game.
That's it. Well, I mean, you can't really...
They've made
can
the penultimate one now,
Yeah.
haven't they?
Like,
It'll just
what do
get
they do
ported.
after that?
It'll get ported to future consoles.
Yeah.
This is going to be the next Mario Kart 8.
Well, depends how long the licenses go for, because there is a lot of IP tied up.
Oh, true.
I think, honestly, to bookend it all, the last character reveal is going to be Waluigi. I honestly believe that. I think that it became a meme and everyone joked about it. People still want Waluigi in there.
Is Wario in there?
Yeah. Yeah. He's been in it since Melee, I
Isn't
believe.
there like something like 90 characters in this thing?
It's ridiculous. Snake's in there.
Yeah,
imagine if
I
I
know.
put Liquid in there. Since Brawl, Anto said, yeah, cool. So my guess is Waluigi. All right.
Josh Tunes has said probably a Pokemon or a Fire Emblem character. Haven't they already got like every Fire Emblem character in there?
I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's many, many more.
and they'll all look the same.
Yeah. Okay. Animal Crossing New Horizons is getting its own direct in October, and we did have a very, very big hint as to what's coming. That's what. White? That's right. Well, white too. Brewster, the barista pigeon, and the roost will also be coming to the game, which is what we can see here in the museum. My daughter's very happy because she has absolutely no space left over on her island and was stressing out when I told her about these rumors. And she goes, "Will it be in the museum? Because I just don't have a place to put it. My island's exactly how I want it. I just don't." This is how stressed she gets over a video game.
Gee, I wonder where she gets it from.
No idea. Braden.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah?
I didn't know that was what the reveal was. I only saw that there was Nintendo stuff coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's right. You haven't seen any of this.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. You're seeing this live.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited that Brewster's
Can you-
finally coming to the game.
Animate your little drawing of you to have like a surprised face, happy face, disappointed face. Wow. How do you do indifferent?
Meh, meh.
So the next one that they had was Project Triangle Strategy.
Which is not the sequel, but the spiritual
Successor to whatchamacallit.
Octopath Traveler.
Yeah. So it's still in development, based on a demo. Square Enix has made improvements to this user experience, and they did it in a way that, well, I'm a big fan of, you're a big fan of, where they did the demo, they got feedback, and they freaking implemented changes.
Yep. It's
Based
great.
on that feedback. I know,
Yeah.
right? It sounds simple. How often do you get demos or do you get betas that are 2 weeks before release of a game?
So yeah, with Braden, with this, they implemented things like they added camera angles.
Yeah.
They did the thing where you can look back on your dialogue tree and your previous choices.
Oh, nice.
They've balanced the easy, difficult, and hard. It really seems really, really cool. And
I love
a
the
really
look of
quality
That's
of life.
great.
Yeah.
I love the look of this stuff. I was really impressed with Octopath Traveler and just like the style that it took and things like that. So, and this has really got that whole, what do they call it? 2.5D?
Yeah, 2.5D.
2.5D. So 2.5D.
I would love to see a Chrono Trigger remake like this.
I think you just love to see a Chrono Trigger remake.
Yes
No,
and no.
but I think specifically like this, you would not.
Yep.
But it's also
Yep.
set to launch on March 4th, 2022.
All right. Do you want to take the next one as well, Floppy?
I'll do this one. So in this one,
going to
this
the-
one I'd never really thought about too much, but then watching this, I'm like, I want to play it.
The
Show
ports.
us your ports.
Yeah.
Show us your ports.
Port section.
Get a nice little tiny glass that you normally wouldn't drink anything out of because it's so small. Pop a little bit of port in there. Sip that back and enjoy this.
My grandpa loves a bit of port.
I've got a port barrel, man. It's so good. Warms the giblets.
We here at Hack the Dino don't recommend drinking port, but do recommend warming your giblets.
I do recommend drinking port.
Give them a good polish.
Drink the shit out of port. It's great.
Good old
But in
spit
moderation.
Spit and shine.
Always in moderation, never in excess. Disco Elysium. So this is the final cut. It's coming onto Switch on October 12th. Have
Cool
you played
game.
this game? I
not
haven't
played
played
it.
this game, but this has made me want to play it so much. Would you want to play it on the Switch?
No. No, if I was going to play this, it would definitely be a PS5 or Xbox thing.
And why do you say that?
Because I don't know if you've booted your Switch up on your brand new spanking TV, but it looks like there's a whole lot of Vaseline over the front of the screen.
You know what?
It's
I don't
not
think
very
I
cross.
actually have. I haven't actually played something on my Switch on my TV.
Do me a favor, boot your Switch up, but don't switch it over. Play something on the PS5 where it's nice and crisp and sharp, and then switch over to the Switch. You think your vision's gone blurry.
I mean, I do understand and accept the fact that the processing power behind my PS5 is far greater than that by my Switch, which is a portable console.
Yes, and it is primarily a portable console, I think, for these type of games. But if you're going to play a game like this that is available on other systems, possibly at a cheaper price because it's Nintendo, get it there. Like, really.
My main concern is that this game is very much like you gotta, like, think and read, and it's very much like a sit down and really focus on it type game.
Yeah.
You're not going to pull it out on the bus.
Is that guy got a tramp stamp? Anyway. So, also, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is getting a port onto Switch in November. It's an odd choice, though, because we're getting the remake.
3 weeks ago, we had the remake announcement during the PlayStation showcase.
Yeah.
And then they went, hey, Switch is getting Knights of the Old Republic too. It's a straight port from like 20 years ago.
Which it'll do it. No, you know what? Nostalgia will get that. Townsy will get it. You watch. I bet you.
Is any of us going to get... I'm going to wait for the remaster.
I'm probably going to get the remake. I've got the original on original Xbox. So I probably won't get it on the Switch. It is a game that I'd play on a big screen, not on a little one, I think.
I do own the game on Steam, and I still have not played it. Now that there's actually news of a PS5 remake, that's even better.
Yeah, I think I'll wait. And it's coming out November 11 this year.
Correct.
Okay, so next we had the Castlevania Advance Collection.
Man, if Anto was here now, he wouldn't be able to contain himself. He's talked about this since I've known him.
So the Castlevania Advance Collection brings 4 classic games to Switch, and it was available today. So these games are very hard to come by because they're very, very expensive, and of course haven't been released on any other platform. So we get Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, and Castlevania Dracula X, which is Vampire's Kiss in Europe. I think it was it $15-$30 on the Switch? I didn't check.
You know what? I haven't even looked. Anto, if you're in the chat, he's in the chat. I'm sure he's bought it already. How much was it on the Switch, mate? $30. Josh Tunes pipes in with $30.
Thank you, Josh Tunes. Yeah, I really like it. I like the way that they've got the bezel up around so you don't stretch out the graphics too much because it is a 32-bit system.
I like the way that you called it a bezel.
A bezel?
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's probably where it came from.
A breed of dog, maybe?
A brand of dog.
A brand of dog.
Jesus, you're from a dark timeline.
Yeah. Where you go to your dog supermarket and pick off your favourite shrink-wrapped dog.
Brandon, you were a Game Boy Advance person growing up, weren't you?
I was. Game Boy Advance was my first handheld console thingy.
It's the greatest handheld console, possibly greatest console.
Yeah, I was very spoiled for choice. It was good.
It is. No, it's fantastic. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm all for 100% getting all these Game Boy Advance games over to, the Switch. I just wish they would do it with more stuff, to be honest.
Yep. Almost like if they had an online
store where I could purchase them.
Yeah,
and give them money.
Some kind of virtual console, you'd say?
Yeah, if only they had that on the past, 2 consoles that they brought out.
Yeah.
Give them time.
It's almost like the infrastructures that... Yeah, anyway. No, I'm glad they're doing anything like this because it gets it to more people who never got to play it before. Yes,
I agree. There are hard games as well. I'm not a big fan of the Castlevanias. I never really got into them. I know Kojima did Symphony of the Night.
Did he?
Was that Kojima's?
Don't know.
He did one of them anyway. But yeah.
All right, new games.
Yeah, new games. What new games were announced?
So first one was... Now, I don't know this one. ActRaiser?
ActRaiser. Yep.
Remastered. So we've not played it.
Nope.
It's held in very high regard. I've had a lot of people talk about it. What do you think? Are you going to check it out?
I'm not sure. I remember reading Dust Valbeard in our Discord was saying that he was playing through it. And he, as he was playing it, was commenting and just going, yeah, this game's really good. This game's great. This game's in my top 10.
Wow.
And then, towards the end, he just sort of went, yeah, I'm not.
So it didn't have a strong finish?
No, the finish sort of killed it for him. But I know a lot of people are really
like the artwork.
enthused about it. The fact that it came out of left field and no one was expecting it. This wasn't leaked or rumored at all. As I said, it's just a very sought after game that people are very, very happy is back. And I hope Chrono Trigger comes again soon. Brandon, will you pick up ActRaiser?
Purely depends on its TTC, and for folks at home, that's time to crystal. The sooner a crystal appears in the game, the worse the story is.
Wait, what? Really?
What?
No, so it's how lazy their story writing is. The time to crystal is a judgment on the story writing of the game.
I've never heard this before,
Me
and
neither.
I'm kind of a writer.
But how good is it, isn't it?
Where'd you hear this?
I heard it on the Besties.
Why is there a crystal?
I heard it on the Besties because they were playing a game, it would have been a year ago or so, and one of them on there was like, the TTC on this game is ridiculous. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And then, yeah, it's time to crystal. Opening shot of the video game was a crystal.
That's awesome.
And then the
so
story
like
was
as-
horrendous.
Just meaning that shoddy writing will just have a crystal rock
Yeah,
up.
The
it's-
second they need to rely on a crystal for some reason, instantly is a signifier of how good the game will be.
So,
Okay, so the Avengers Infinity Stones.
yeah.
All crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a MacGuffin.
And they also didn't introduce them until like years into the franchise.
Yep.
Wasn't the Tesseract in like...
Yeah, but they didn't introduce the crystal until way after that.
Okay.
It was the Mind Stone, I think, they revealed first in Avengers.
So I'd never heard that. Ever.
No.
How did this person just
That's
drop
great.
that into a
I know, they
conversation
just
like it
casually-
was normal?
They casually dropped it, and I was like, I'm going to keep that in the front of my
Yeah.
brain forever.
Do you reckon they coined it and they're just we're going to drop it like it is normal?
Yeah. I honestly don't know who came up with it. I don't know if they heard it from someone.
Brayden,
but it's
can
really
we
good.
just take a note of that? I'm going to get a T-shirt made up.
Sure.
What's the next one?
Michael Towns in the comments has just said, Pokemon Crystal is trash confirmed. Sorry, Ben. Next one, Chocobo GP.
I laughed my ass off at this one.
Final Fantasy
God.
Racing. Yeah, I was talking to Anto in the chat when this came up, and he sort of just went very banana.
What?
Yeah, so you're playing a Final Fantasy
It's on rollerblades.
character. Like in this, yeah, you're playing a Chocobo, you're in a cart, you're...
Aren't chocobos notably fast?
yeah, but now they've
For
got...
running?
Hey, there's a Sonic Racing, all right? Back
This,
off.
I legitimately called this as Final Fantasy Kart 8 Deluxe.
Jesus. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so you and all your favorite Final Fantasy characters can now race cars. What kind of cars, Brayden?
No, not real car. Rollerblades.
Not real
apparently.
cars,
Not real
rocket
cars.
boots.
Oh my god.
Real rocket boots.
Everybody was chocobo
Bo
racing.
Racing. Ha! Hoo, ha!
Floppy?
And then they played Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Bum, bum, bum.
But this thing looks mad.
No,
man.
Kirby's a notorious console killer.
Ooh.
Console killer or not, this
Whenever
game
a
looks
Kirby
sick.
game comes out, the console dies in like the next 6 months.
Just the last.
I think this may break that curse. Switch is not going anywhere. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land, it's an adorable 3D adventure launching on Nintendo Switch spring 2022. So that would be like Q2 next year for us, I believe. This looks great. I was getting like mad Super Mario Odyssey vibes, just a cool 3D world and everything. This looks good. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play the heck out of this. Where's it get further? Where's that famous scene, Braden?
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
You ready?
This just...
So for the podcast listeners, we're looking at a nice sunny beach, palm
And
trees.
then Kirby passed out in the sand like Bruce Willis.
He's peeing in the sand. That's right. So the hole in the sand from where Kirby's been peeing.
So I assume he's just rocked up on this island, doesn't know where he
This
is.
is the new Hangover movie.
Look at that, though.
One thing really annoyed me about this. There's a scene where Kirby's on his star and going through the city, and he turns around, looks at the player, looks at you, and gives you a wave. And that really annoyed the hell out of me.
Why?
Because you're breaking that fourth wall.
Yeah?
Like, at no stage in any Kirby game has he acknowledged the player.
So?
But Kirby eats dimensions and universes.
Yeah.
Like, Kirby's an all-knowing being.
That's fine. Just don't wave at me.
Kirby's also the only character I play in Smash Brothers.
Ben hates parasocial relationships.
Look, here we go.
Kirby is
What are you
Deadpool.
doing, Kirby? Don't wave at me, mate.
No, look at that. Kirby is Deadpool. Confirmed.
But Mario winks at the camera and everything when he collects a star.
But no, do you,
Jesus, that crocodile's terrifying.
the consensus here is that Kirby knows that he's being controlled, or they are being controlled.
Ooh.
Or that someone's viewing Kirby and Kirby's...
No, because they know that they're being controlled by the player. They're waving at the... hi, everyone. Please don't make me die. That's awful.
You know what?
Ben.
You know what they've done here?
What's that, mate?
They've made a Kirby game I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
Or they gave it the Mario Odyssey treatment, and it's the exact thing that I'm looking at this right now and going, yeah, this actually looks fun.
It does look fun.
Yeah, the dystopian
Like,
world.
I'm actually going to possibly buy and play a Kirby game.
Last of Us Kirby.
They've done it.
All right. And then the big
work.
gold reveal that we get every show. This will be our last trailer. We saw giant kaiju ripping everything apart. And lo and behold, who should come down but Bayonetta and Bayonetta 3. And what I really liked about it was the first thing that they said was they came up and said, yeah, sorry it took so long. I'm a bit late. Very rude of me. But hopefully you'll forgive me. And then show gameplay. This is back on the heels. A little backstory into this. Platinum Games has said that... it's been ready to go for quite a while. And Nintendo just said, no, you can't reveal it yet. And they're like, well, come on. Nintendo, no. And then it was backed up because it is coming this year. End of this year, 2021. Just to put it in some kind of word I can't think of at the moment because my brain is mush. This was announced in 2017, this game.
Yeah.
Context, thank you. Alongside Metroid Prime 4, which has to be remade, like they restarted development on that 2 years in, and Pokemon Sword and Shield before it was called Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's how long we've been waiting for this game. Pokemon Sword and Shield's about 2 years old now. But anyway, that's really cool. And then we saw a little bit of Splatoon 3 and some kind of weird...
You know what was cool about Splatoon 3 there?
What's that?
It's got a solo player. It's got a solo mode now.
Yeah, they had that in the previous games.
Did they?
Splatoon 2, yeah.
I must have missed that.
Yeah,
I thought it was just team-based stuff.
No, it came out as a DLC.
Oh.
But I think
Weird.
this is bigger. Much
Yeah,
bigger.
like an actual solo campaign.
This isn't Splatoon 3 gameplay, Ben.
Well, I guess someone didn't do their job properly. Anyway, let's move on. Movie cast. Shigeru Miyamoto graced us with his presence, and my gosh, didn't he look spectacular? Just interrupts.
Look at his hair. Look at his hair.
He's like 70 years old.
I hope I look... what do you mean I do look that old?
What an absolute dude. He's just always laughing, and you just know that he stabbed people. Anyway, he announced the cast of the Mario animated movie. So, as Bowser, we have Jack Black. As Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen. As Princess Peach, Anya Taylor-Joy.
I don't know who that is.
Do you know the Queen's Gambit?
Yes.
Her.
Oh, okay. Cool. She was great in that.
Luigi is Charlie Day. And Mario is... Brayden, you changed something.
I did.
We can announce who Mario is.
Everyone's favourite homophobe, Chris Pratt.
Wasn't impressed with that. Not looking forward to having Chris Pratt possibly put on a Italian accent.
I don't think they're going to do the Italian accent.
They better not. I was saying to you both...
I hope they don't.
I don't want to hear Chris Pratt do a New York Italian accent.
Can't we reanimate Bob Hoskins?
I just want to hear Chris Pratt be Chris Pratt. Like, I just don't want him to do an accent.
I want New Jersey Mario back. Hey, Luigi, what are you doing, huh?
I added some thoughts as to who I thought some other characters should be voiced by. Mm-hmm. I'd love to... They're going to have Cranky Kong in there, aren't they?
Yep.
They are, and he's already been announced, unfortunately.
Damn it! Is it J.K. Simmons?
No, it's not.
J.K.
Well, then it's wrong.
Okay.
It needs to be J.K. Simmons.
No, I believe it's Fred Armitage from SNL.
No, incorrect. It's got to be J.K. Simmons. They got it wrong. I can't wait to see
Sorry.
Jack Black as Bowser.
Jack Black as Bowser's perfect casting.
And I think we need to see Wario. Needs to jump in, and he needs to be Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. I think he's dead, but okay.
Is he?
Bob Hoskins is
Did he
passed away
die?
a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I don't follow him. Like in person.
Now, Charles Marionette, who has been the voice of Mario in all his games leading up to now, will have a cameo in it.
He's dead. Damn it.
But I'm actually quite happy that Charles Martinet is not doing Mario's voice for the whole damn 2 hours.
I could not
put up with that.
man.
I've never appreciated Mario's voice. I find it quite annoying, and glad that it's not happening.
Oh, hell yeah. Kevin Michael Richardson in it?
Yeah, he's Kamek.
He's fantastic. I
Nice.
love him. He's a great voice actor.
All right, let's go to the big one. We might have to do some swapping around here after Brayden. I know we've
swapping.
got After this, we've got the best video game controllers, but that might have to wait till next show, depending.
Switch Online.
Switch Online.
Switch
The
Online.
big news, as far as I'm concerned.
This is pretty big.
The Switch Online update. No Game Boy games or Game Boy Color games were announced. However, we are getting Nintendo 64 and
Mega Drive and Mega Drive games.
I would say Sega and Mega Drive.
There will be an additional cost.
Yep.
But we don't know how much.
No.
And I am totally cool with it.
I reckon, because a cost at the moment is like $30 a
Yeah,
year.
it's nothing, man.
I can see it being like $5-10.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's going to be maybe $40 a year for one with the extra stuff.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Michael Townsend in the chat said we needed Gilbert Gottfried as Toad, and I completely
no,
agree with
that guy needs to never speak.
Hey, Mario!
Oh.
God, that would be amazing.
Okay, so Nintendo 64 games that will be available at launch later this year are Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Sin and Punishment, Dr. Mario 64, Mario Tennis 64, Winback, I've never heard of that.
Heck is that?
I think it's a Japanese-only game, and Yoshi's Story. All of them superbly great games.
Nintendo 64 games coming soon. Mm-hmm. Banjo-Kazooie.
That's the big one.
Pokemon Snap.
Yep.
Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I think that's the big one.
Well, I'll go into why Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Mario Golf. Paper Mario. F-Zero X.
All of them really good games. Paper Mario, exceptionally hard to get your hands on nowadays. But it is... No, it's not on there. Anyway. This is what we're getting instead of a Nintendo 64 Mini, by the way, so you can just forget any chance of that happening.
I think I don't think they'll do any more mini consoles.
No, I think
they've done. They did what they did, and they're
I'd
done.
love to have a Game Boy one though. Imagine a Game Boy just preload, or a Game
That
Boy
would be
Advance
amazing.
preloaded with like 50 games. That'd be amazing.
So good. It'd have 5 games on it. You know that, right?
Well, it didn't need to be. Banjo-Kazooie is big news because, of course, it's owned by Rare now.
Which is owned by Microsoft.
Rare is owned by Microsoft.
Ah.
An interesting story there. Do you know when I only found this out the other day when I was doing some research for something else? When Microsoft wanted to buy Rare, they made an offer, and Rare went to Nintendo and said, "Hey, Microsoft have made this offer. If you match it, you can have us."
And they went, nope.
And Nintendo went, "No, you're right." And I went,
That was dumb.
You are dumb as hell, because I was a teen at that time, and I felt so betrayed that the company that made Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, GoldenEye, all these fantastic games that I loved and played.
Perfect Dark.
They also made Donkey Kong 64, but don't worry about that. Trash. Yeah, I had just gone away. I was devastated. I really think that was a really dumb Nintendo decision. Do you want to talk about what Mega Drive games we're getting at launch?
I will go through the Mega Drive. Also, shout out to, we just got a new follow from V to the Z.
That was about half an hour ago, but...
Oh, yeah, but I saw it now.
Yeah.
So that counts as now. Mega Drive games coming. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage 2, Echo the Dolphin. Heck yes.
That's a really expensive game at the moment.
It is incredibly expensive, and it's so cool, man. Echo the Dolphin. Look at that. I want to be a dolphin. Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hard Corpse, or Core. What do you say?
Core.
I say
Hardcore.
I run into people that say Corpse.
It's incorrect. It's Core.
Correct.
Silent.
I know. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Very cool.
Great game.
Golden Axe. Also very cool. Gunstar Heroes. Musha. I don't know that one. Fantasy Star 4. Ristar.
Ristar.
Shining Force. Shinobi 3. Return of the Ninja Master. And Strider.
Now, Strider, I've got a Instagram account called Bad Game Arts.
This.
Bad Game Arts over on Instagram. And there's... So far, Strider has made 3 appearances. Basically, I find really bad old game art from magazines or from covers, and Strider just never fails to impress. This art is so bad. We might see some a little bit later on, but
I'm gonna see
my
if I can
goodness,
find one real
Strider just... it's the gift that keeps on giving.
So the other thing we're getting with these, though, is we're getting some controllers. We're getting some controllers.
Now,
that
interesting,
look cool.
the reason we thought that there was going to be... There we go.
Fucking hell, it's so
Jesus.
bad.
Titanium
Look at that
titanium
cod
blade.
piece.
So if you're listening to the podcast, head on over to @BadGameArts and you can see all
Or
the
maybe
Strider...
don't.
So the interesting thing, what really gave it away for me early in the week that we were going to get a Nintendo Direct was the fact that there was rumors about a new controller and they weren't
They
Joy-Cons.
patented it. that
Yeah,
controller,
yeah,
but
they
didn't tell us
patented it.
But they didn't tell us what it was.
There was rumors of the Castlevania collection.
Yeah.
And with those two things, I went, you know what? Yeah, like we're getting a direct. And then I even called it. I said, I reckon we'll get Wednesday. I think we said it, and I said, I think tomorrow we'll get told we're getting a direct. And lo and behold, ding, 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 ding. So I get another 10 points on the Fantasy Critic.
No, you don't.
Hey, look who's in the chat! It's the ghost of Dan McGuinness.
Hey, turkey net.
Welcome back, the ghost of Dan McGuinness.
Did you just put up little emojis of Dave Grohl? I've not got my glasses on.
Anyway, we're getting controllers. These look cool. I'm going to buy
They do look cool.
4 of them.
This
4
guy
of each.
does
I'll
not
get 2
look
of each.
impressed at all. This
He's
guy,
not.
he looks like he's seen a dead person.
Look how long he has to hold those controllers up for without moving. Oh, it was paused.
Yeah, so obviously it's going to be like the other controllers we've got from Switch Online. You'll have to order them through Nintendo Online and get them delivered. The games can take 4 controllers. So the Nintendo 64 games like Mario Kart and whatever, you can get 4 of them. I'm assuming they're going to be around $30, $40 each. So, it's going to bankrupt you. I was talking to We Are Robots. Of course, we know who does fantastic custom controllers and consoles. Check them out, We Are Robots. And, I said, well, can I maybe just replace the shell? Can I, get one of my...
I don't think they'll be the same
Atomic
size.
Purple and just replace it? And he said the same thing. He goes, I doubt that they're going to be the same size and it's going to be
They'll be smaller.
different. But still...
They'll be more like a Pro controller size.
Yeah, pity. Anyway, I cannot wait for it. I cannot wait at all.
Just your 3D printer case.
Oh, I could, but I can just go to We Are Robots for my own custom case.
And get We Are Robots to 3D printer case.
Do you know what else you can do? You can enjoy the products and services that support this show.
Even read anymore. I can't even do it anymore. I have to finish this game.
Welcome back to Hack the Dino. We're here to bring you all the things that you like. And just in the chat, former co-host and wonderful person, Dan McGuinness, founding member of Hack the Dino. Dan McGuinness was expressing his elation that he's still in the ad. Dan, you're in everything, man.
You're still in the intro. You're still in the countdown. Everything, man.
Yep. When you decide to come back to life, you're going to be sitting in between me and Floppy at some point.
It'll be squishy, but hey.
We'll get through it together. Do you know what else we'll get through together?
Thank you.
Thank yous to our wonderful Patreons. So, Floppy, what's the Patreon?
Patreons are the lovely people that would like to support us monetarily so that we can do cool things with the show, like buy microphones and green screens and all those sorts of jazzy bits and pieces that make us look professional, semi-professional, because then we open our mouths and we don't look professional. If you wish to do this, you can become a Patreon for $1 and join the Hack the Dino Discord. Ben, stop trying to look professional.
Sorry.
And shut up.
Okay. Sorry.
You can join our Hack the Dino Discord. We have Patreon-only little Discord group over there where they were doing, I believe you were doing were you chatting about the Nintendo stuff while the
Yeah,
Discord
today
was on?
while we were all watching the Nintendo thing live, because I had today off work.
That was cool.
I was loopy.
Yeah.
We sat there and we all chatted about the old Nintendo.
All the things that were on. So you can do that. For $2 a month, you can get your name scrolling down the bottom of the show. I can never get my hand going the right way. That way?
It's backwards and forwards.
Yeah, but I always go the wrong way, like there. Damn it. Oh.
Two of them.
$2 a month. Get you down there. Thank you to all those guys. $10 a month.
Only $2 a month gets you down there, ladies and gentlemen.
Get you down right
Gets
down
you right
there.
down there.
Right down there.
On the line.
No. $10 a month gets you an exclusive extra monthly show called Dino More, which I believe we're doing tonight.
We're doing our monthly Dino More show tonight, and I've got a little surprise for the Dino More that I planned.
You know what? I've seen it. It's a little surprise.
No, that was Cyberpunk. Michael Towns and I were having a discussion in our Discord just before, and he showed me something that I was blown away with. But we will reveal that later on.
All right. At $10 a month, you also get your name read out right now. So thank you to Karen Knight, Dylan the Villain, Sam Beard, Triple Indy, Mike Towns, Ash Knight, Game Boy Dad, and Spagoogly Dude, Anto, mate.
Anto. Who's, hey, it's Anto now.
Hey, it's Anto. It still says Spagoogly Dude on the list that I read. And I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'll read whatever the heck is on the teleprompter.
Well, guess what? It's getting changed right now.
Fuck you, San Diego.
No. Read what it's saying.
Butts.
Butts. All right, what else?
$15 a month. You get the post show, which we do each night. And a chance to choose a song for Braydan versus the World, which if you watch on any form of a semi-regular basis, I suck at. And if you're
you're all tied up at the moment.
That's because Brayden wasn't here for a week.
No, last week.
And Anto was here for the week before that.
But it's 29 apiece at the moment, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's Braydan versus the world.
It is.
All right, it's a collective.
Cool. You can be part of that and bring some songs in for us to try and guess. For $25 months, which is our top tier, you can supply us, you get everything that's above, and you can supply us with a video ad as shown just previously through Game Boy Games.
And just a question in the chat. We Are Robots and Afronix have asked when they get their names in this scrolly bit. Well, people, right now, Brayden,
I'm doing it.
do the thing.
I'm on it. Give me a sec.
We Are Robots and Afronix, welcome to the scroll. Yeah,
the scroll.
Yeah, scroll.
Vegemite scroll.
No.
How good is the Vegemite scrolls, though?
I actually was never
There we
a
go.
fan. Never a fan.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
There's Afronix, there's We Are Robots, welcome.
Hey, look at that.
And last of all, Brad, you, boy, man, person, co-host.
Yes.
What's the last tier?
Already done it, mate.
Have you?
Yes.
Hey, guess what, everyone? This doesn't make it to the podcast, so let's all tease the podcast listeners. Look at those jerks who don't use their eyes for anything.
Those people that...
But if you want to be one of those podcast jerks, head on over to any podcast app and look up Hack the Dino Gamingcast. Or you can go to hackthedino.com to find a nice convenient list of where all our things are and how you can join there and celebrate with us.
I love how you take the people that listen to the most successful part of our show and call them jerks.
Well, that's why it's successful, because they don't hear the bad parts. I have an edit button. So I take me out.
That's probably... Yep.
Speaking of taking me out, 20 years ago, a neat little console came out that was very poorly received, even though it was portable. That's right, ladies,
because they had a handle built
gentlemen,
in.
and everyone in between. I'm talking about the Gamecube. Completely underrated console. And before you get excited, on the screen now, it's not a meme. I decided not to get the meme.
Thank you.
But I do love the GameCube. This is a whole segment on why it failed, what it did, what it didn't do, the best games for it. So if you are after some GameCube knowledge, we're about to smack it over your face.
Can I go through the sales?
Yeah, go through the sales.
Worldwide sales, 21.75 million.
On the screen now, we can see Shigeru Miyamoto in a lovely tan suit.
That is a great... Look, I love that it had a handle built in.
Yeah, it's great. So you could go shopping and take your GameCube for reasons.
Reasons. In the Americas, 12.94 million in Japan, 4.04 million in other regions. I read this wrong.
You did read it very
Worldwide,
wrong.
it was 21.75 million. You should have put a comma or something in there.
Oh, you should learn to read.
The Americas, 12.94 million. In Japan, it was weird that it only sold 4.04 million in Japan.
Yeah, it wasn't very popular.
I wonder why.
Oh, I don't know.
I wonder if it had anything to do with like the controllers were quite large.
Well,
that was a big problem they had with the Xbox as well.
I have it on good authority from Josh Tunes in the live chat that no other console with a handle has sold more. So, you know.
I love it. Other regions, which are
Australia
and New Zealand, 4.77 million. So still more than Japan. That's really weird. I would not have thought it would have been that low.
Now, I didn't get a GameCube at launch.
No.
I ended up getting one eventually, but it really did. It was the first console that I didn't buy straight away or wasn't clamoring to have.
You and I got a GameCube?
Yeah, I do. It was about a year ago.
Not even. It was July this year.
Oh, was it? Because I loaned you the money for
We
it.
were at the toy fair.
So why did it fail? Why was it not popular? Floppy, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, man. So it relied very heavily on first-party properties. They managed to get Capcom for the Resident Evil remake and Resident Evil 4, which was great.
Fantastic.
As well as the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. Also fantastic. You picked that up this year.
I did. 2 copies of it.
But not much in the way of third-party devs came over. Therefore, it's sort of isolating a lot of people.
Yep.
Nintendo's first-party games were among the best of the generation, but gamers were looking for new ideas, something different. Microsoft and Sony were able to acquire far more third-party support, and that hurt the GameCube's library because their library just grew exponentially.
Well, yeah, you look at what games are coming out in the PS1.
PS2, man. It had.
Yeah.
Surely that must be one of the biggest libraries when it comes to gaming. PS2.
Well, I don't know. It's the most sold.
It's
console
the highest
ever.
selling console. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a DVD. Oh,
DVD player.
yeah, DVD player.
Oh, we'll talk
we'll
about
get
that.
to that. We'll get to that. DVD
Another
player.
reason why the GameCube wasn't received favorably and at the time was thought of as a failure was that it had no online integration, where the other two very much did. The GameCube had no true line online support, and this significantly hurt its appeal. Despite the PlayStation 2's somewhat rudimentary online service, they were at least able to compete with Microsoft's more sophisticated Xbox Live. The GameCube's lack of online service was viewed by many as a missing feature, and this is the start of sort of the real. The battle. So we had the PlayStation and the Xbox and the Nintendo 64 previously.
Yeah.
And then I think there was a little bit of crossover with them. But the GameCube just fell way, way behind because it wasn't cutting edge. It was in typical Nintendo fashion, and I say this as a Nintendo fan, they play it very safe. They go, no, this is what we're doing. This is what it does. So they're really, really innovative, but then they're not at all.
Yeah.
They are just a really confusing company.
It really depends on. It's like they skip a generation for being innovative, and then have a safe generation, and then skip a generation of being innovative, and they're innovative, and yeah.
I'm just going to jump in and take this next one from you, Floppy, because it's not something I want to talk about, because it's one of the main reasons I didn't get a console at the time. Lackluster launch titles on the GameCube. So the launch titles for the GameCube were Wave Race, Super Monkey Ball, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and Luigi's Mansion. Now, 3 of those games are fantastic. Star Wars Rogue Squadron is one of my favorite games of all time. I played that over and over again.
I've got that one.
Wave Race is a really, really good game.
Don't know it.
You really?
No.
Wave Race, something blue or something. Super Monkey Ball, not a bad. It's a game. It's probably the weakest of the Nintendo GameCube launch titles. But Luigi's Mansion was sort of like what they were relying on. Now, don't get me wrong, Luigi's Mansion is an excellent game.
Excellent game.
But people wanted Mario.
Yes.
And I still remember at the time when GameCube launched, or was launching, they were making a big song and dance about how it was Luigi's turn, how it was Luigi's time to stand up and take the spotlight away from his brother a little bit. Luigi sucks ass. This is proven. You remember during the Wii U, there was the Year of Luigi?
Yeah.
Guess which year was
Death
Nintendo's
of the Wii U?
It was the worst performing financial year on record. The Year of Luigi.
That's got to be all of the Wii U's life, though.
My point being, the launch titles are really important.
You say that? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say we saw that with the Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 launch. You need to have games that are available to play. Otherwise, you've just got a box sitting there doing nothing. Look at the Nintendo 64. You had Pilot Wings, which was but you had Mario 64, which is one of the greatest games of all time. It's really, really important you nail that launch.
I think it was more important then too, because with the PS5 and with the Series X and Series S, you can play the last gen games. So you can get that console, pick up a game that's available, and still play your old games. You didn't have that choice. With a GameCube or with a 64. It didn't play the last games because they were a different format. It was a completely different thing.
And you also didn't have an online store to go and purchase games.
No.
So if there were, like, for example, lackluster games, and 2 of them were really cool, like Star Wars and Luigi's Mansion, and everyone who bought a GameCube bought those 2 games, guess what? You're not getting those games.
Nah. Having said that, Luigi's Mansion is a great game.
It is.
I've never played this one. I've only ever played 2 and 3.
It's stupid expensive to get.
Yeah, it's so hard to get.
Well, not stupid expensive, but you know.
It's just too hard to get. People don't sell it, and then when they do sell it, they want too much.
Yep.
Well, no, they don't want too much. They want a lot. It's not more than I'm willing to pay.
Speaking of paying, Floppy.
What else did they do? They lost Rare.
Yeah, we touched on
We
this
just touched on this before. So
yeah.
Microsoft purchased Rare and all of its properties. Nintendo had a chance to match the offer. They chose not to because they do odd things sometimes.
It's Nintendo being Nintendo.
They're one of the most successful companies that do some of the dumbest things. Mm-hmm. Sometimes. And then other times they make these amazing, groundbreaking decisions and business sort of proposals, and they just win at everything at other times. So people moved over to the Xbox after feeling like they were sort of betrayed by losing this game dev that had bought some of the greatest SNES titles. And you put in a note here that says, and fuck Donkey Kong 64.
Yep, because that game's trash. Braden, care to comment?
DK.
Really though, Donkey Kong 64, what an awful game. Has the most
Never played it.
collectibles out of any Nintendo game ever.
I've got it. Never played it because I don't have the goddamn expansion pack.
Oh, really?
Nah, I need one. Everyone out there's got a expansion pack for the 64 just laying around.
I played BanjoKazooie recently. That game still really holds up. Really fun game. Yeah, really, really fun. Love it. This is an up-res version, by the way. This is not what it looked like.
What's next?
64.
What's the next reason?
Well, I reckon you should take this one, actually.
Age perception.
Actually, no, I'll take Age Perception. I was looking at the DVD player. Oops, spoiler. The next reason why the GameCube was not successful at launch or during its time in the sunshine. Age Perception. Nintendo is for kids. We've all heard that argument. Well, it started here. The GameCube didn't have any real mature games. It had Resident Evil 4 and Eternal Darkness, which is very collectible nowadays.
I want Eternal Darkness.
Like super, super rare now,
Yeah, I
and
know.
really, really expensive. Older gamers, and in quotation marks I put teens, went to places where they could have their faces ripped off and used as paper planes.
Oh, you mean Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, so basically Mortal Kombat 5 was on GameCube, because I played that a lot.
But not till much later, though, right?
Much, much later.
Not till they sort of got into the whole, well, maybe we should have some mature content.
Yeah, I still love the GameCube. I love it even more now, and it's known as a very sought after console with a lot of really, really cool games, and it really is. But during the day, nope. It's only now that we've got the whole collection that people are actually seeing, actually, this is a really good console with a really good lineup.
It's like a cult movie. It's came into its time and gotten popular after its time.
And of course, one of my favorite parts of the GameCube, they released some HD cords for it. So you could play it in
Yeah,
HD.
the component card.
The component cords, yeah.
They are stupid expensive,
Like
man.
$300.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. I'd love to
That's
have
without
some.
in a box. It's just to get those cords, $300.
Just for the component cable. And they do make a massive difference.
Yep.
Because they split that video cable into the 3 primary colors for the video. And
Yep.
it's just so crisp. And, oh, man.
One day.
One day.
All right. What's the other
All right,
reason?
next bit. No DVD player, GameCube.
Because you used mini discs.
You used mini discs,
Little
which were
bit of
cool.
mini discs.
Mini discs were cool.
They
I
were.
love them. They were great.
A lot less storage than DVDs, though.
Lot less, well, the games didn't require it. But when you're going up against, say, PS2 and Xbox, which had DVD players, I know so many people that bought a PS2 to use as a DVD player. They didn't play games.
Because they were cheaper than a
Yeah, it was
DVD
cheaper
player,
than
yeah.
a DVD player.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But yeah, so DVDs were the latest technology at the time. Not having that ability to play them really cost them. Who would have thought that Nintendo, ignoring trends of the people, would want to financially hurt them? But they got that right in the end, didn't they?
No,
No, they
not
didn't.
a little bit.
Never.
As I said earlier in the show, they're an innovative company and come across some amazing steps forward. But Nintendo is like the epitome of 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's really frustrating at times.
It's odd, but yeah. Having said all of that, how good does the GameCube look?
Fantastic.
Like if you were to rate
fantastic.
sexiness of a console,
You want to see a sexy All right, I'll go get a sexy console.
no,
I'm going to go get a sexy console.
I'm going to start reading this bit without you.
Go for it.
All right. The next part is the best GameCube games. So we've got a collection of GameCube games that we think you should own. Okay, what have you got?
I've got a sexy console.
He's got a sexy console.
I don't want to reveal it yet.
All right. Oh, okay, this one. This is actually pretty cool.
So, Nintendo, well known for having variants of consoles.
Very much so. Look at the 64.
So there is a very popular baseball team over in Japan called the Hanshin Tigers. Very, very popular. They won the World Series in 98, I want to say, but I could be completely wrong.
I don't
You
watch
can see
a lot
it.
of baseball.
Anyway, this is a GameCube, the Hanshin Tigers GameCube. I got in Japan my last trip there for like $80, I think.
Can I say, it is definitely a cool console. It's not the sexiest one.
Are you kidding me?
Nah, not even.
What is not sexy about that?
It's pinstripe.
Yeah, like their uniforms.
It's cool.
Look
It's
at the-
not sexy. Sexy is different.
Brayden, is this console sexy or cool?
You have other consoles over there that are...
Sexy, isn't it?
I dare you to pitch it, Townsy says.
So this came with, as you can see there, a controller, which I haven't been able to find. It also came with a jersey. Going box, these things are really expensive. Even this is a couple of $100 just like this, and this is a little bit yellowed. But I remember being in Japan, in a game store, and seeing this on the shelf, just wrapped up, sitting there. And King Kaiju was also in Japan, but in another part of Japan, because I was there for karate training. So I do karate.
You like karate?
I do karate.
Yeah,
Brayden, you know I do karate?
Yeah.
I do karate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was in a different part of Japan, so I sent him a photo of it, and he just went, I've never seen one of them in the wild before. And I went, guess what? You'll see one because I'm buying it. So there it is. What a cool console that was. Nintendo really do some really awesome.
It is cool. It's
variant
not your
consoles.
sexiest. The yellow or orange one is the sexiest. What do they call it?
Orange?
Is it orange? What was the color called?
Oh, no, puke orange.
Orange.
That was the sexiest one.
Bile orange.
Best GameCube games, mate.
Yeah, all right, let's get into some of
First one, Mario Kart Double Dash. Now,
a
correct.
readjust.
Now, I managed to pick this one relatively recently. I've got
really?
it. Yeah, I haven't played it yet though. But correct me if I'm wrong. This is the only Mario Kart where there is like a second person on the kart. Yeah.
Correct. Yep. And you could also play two-player like that on the same team.
Yeah. Would you? Is it any good to play 2-player like that? I have
I
never done
played
it.
it a couple of times with my friend back then.
Is
My
one
Nintendo
person
fellow-
just driving, one person just operating power-ups?
Yep, and then you can switch. So one
And-
person's driving, and then you can switch positions.
All right. And how annoying does it get?
Super. No, it's a great game.
I wonder why they only ever did one with you had.
But again, it's
had a rider.
Nintendo being innovative.
Yeah, they did. They tried something new.
Something new, and it paid off. This game was great, but they haven't gone back to it since. It just looks like a really nice, polished version of Mario Kart 64.
It looks really nice. I
yeah,
like it.
and it's a super fun game.
What was our second best GameCube game?
Well, I always was going to be talking about this one, wasn't
Of course
I?
you were. That's right.
Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. That's right, a remake of Metal Gear Solid. Hideo Kojima's opus was remade specifically for the Nintendo GameCube. I regret not playing this when it first came out.
I've never played this.
Really?
Nope. 'Cause
It
I
is
don't own it because it's too goddamn
so
expensive.
pretty. You know, I've got 2 copies in there.
Oh, fuck off. How much do you want for one?
They had different cases. No, one of them came from our very own Dan McGuinness.
Oh, Dan.
I swapped him a Game Gear for it.
Actually, I remember that. I was there, I think.
That's right, because we were trying to work out what I was going to swap for it. And I said, hey, Dan, what about Metal Gear Solid? He goes, oh, just that, nothing else, right? And I went, yep. And he went, yep. Score. So he got a Game Gear and I got Metal Gear Solid. Anyway, this is
Mutually
great.
beneficial.
Twin Snakes is fantastic. I played it the other day when I got my Wavebird. Oh, Wavebird. I got a Wavebird off you, I believe.
You did. You got that off me. I swapped you for a Twin Snakes.
No.
Damn it.
I paid you money for that.
Yeah,
We're
no, I'll give
square.
it back to you for a Twin Snakes.
Anyway, this is fantastic. The original cast came back, re-recorded their lines. It was completely remastered from the ground up. Just a spectacular game made even better. I just love it so much. If you've got... it's come down in price now. It's not around $200. It's around $150. So
Yeah.
I've noticed just recently, GameCube games are starting to go on a bit of a dip. And I really appreciate you putting Revolver Ocelot in this cutscene, Braden.
Yeah.
It's got my favourite boy in there. Good old Revolver Ocelot.
I like Grey Fox.
Do you?
Yep. I'm a big fan of any Cyborg Ninja, really.
Well, that's fair.
I liked his voice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the coolest voice.
I like Revolver Ocelot's. He's a 4-way spy.
I
Soldier?
completely gave up trying to figure it out.
I'll sit down and tell you. what
No,
it is.
please don't.
No,
I've tried to watch videos. It just makes my brain
I'll
kick.
explain it to you. I've got it all up here. I've read it many, many a time.
All right, next one.
Next one.
We spoke about it and we've touched on it before. Star Wars Rogue Leader.
Great game. Have you played this one?
Yes, I own this one, and number 2.
excellent. Both fantastic
Fantastic games. If you-
Possibly the best Star Wars games. Just throwing that out
so
there.
like I used to throw out. Well, I wouldn't say the best Star Wars games. I'd say the best
Really?
Star Wars flight sims.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
So like I used to be all about the X-wing versus TIE fighter. Look at that.
That's on a
Look
GameCube.
at that. That's
Oh,
a GameCube.
It's up-res.
It is up-res.
It's on up-res GameCube. Like I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that anyway. I loved my TIE Fighter versus X-Wing that I used to have back in the day on the PC. And I thought that thing was the bomb diggity, man. And then I played this. And I'm like, get fucked. This is great.
Yeah. Yep.
And I haven't played one. Like I've played the flying missions in the Battlefronts. I've played Squadrons. I still think this is better.
Yep. The best bit about this game as well, the very first level you play is the Death Star trench run.
Yeah.
That's the very first level.
You get in. Yeah, it's just like right in there.
There's
They
also
give you what you want straight away.
you're right in on it. You of course do Hoth as well at some point.
Yeah.
But then you've also got a level where you're going through the asteroid belt in Empire.
Yeah.
And you're shooting asteroids as well as TIE fighters that
Yeah.
come in. And it's got the dun 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 and all the Lucasfilm sound effects.
It's
and
just so
honestly,
good.
as a kid playing it, I felt like I was playing the movie.
Yeah.
I used to sit there and try and get platinum medals.
I was
All the levels.
like, damn, I am Luke Skywalker.
It was what a fantastic game. Fantastic.
Everyone that has a GameCube should get it if you like Star Wars. If you don't like Star Wars, play something else. Play Mario Kart. But if you like Star Wars, play this.
Now, Anto, our social media guru who's in the chat, also wanted to pipe in two of his choices for great
Yeah.
GameCube games. So the first of those is F-Zero. It's called F-Zero Extreme or something like that. I don't know. I'm starting
Yeah,
to
I
fade.
can't remember what the rest of the tagline
Anyway,
was.
it's the last one we ever got because after this, GX, thank you, Anto.
Thank you.
They turfed this franchise to the ground and we haven't seen them since.
I don't understand why. It's a great franchise.
Yeah, really super fast, hyperkinetic racing game. Very different from Mario in that it is a pure racing game.
Yeah.
And, you know, the storyline is, oh, you're this guy, you want to win. You want to beat the other guys. And that's all you need.
It's, very reminiscent. Like, I don't know why they didn't keep going. Like, they saw what PlayStation did with, like, Wipeout and stuff like that. And this is, basically, Wipeout is F-Zero. I don't know why they stopped. Like, I think they could bring this back. And now on, like, HD sort of consoles and stuff, this would look amazing.
Oh, yeah. And just, yeah, the speed, that like, not speed, but like the illusion of speed while playing a game now would be fantastic.
I remember playing this, and you legitimately, after playing for a while and then looking away, I felt like the rest of the world goes so slow because you get so used to looking at this thing at a bajillion miles an hour.
What's the next game we got there, Floppy?
Next game we've got is another pick of Anto's. So I think this is going to make every person's list, no matter what. Smash Brothers Melee. Now, as far as I'm not a huge Smash Bros. Fan.
Yep.
I have trouble with these games because I'm an old man and I can't keep track of who I goddamn am on there, and I keep watching someone else. But from what I understand, this is
Floppy's old, everyone, just in case you didn't work that out.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm still pretty cool though. Just ask my mum; she tells me all the time. But as far as I'm aware, this is still highly regarded as like the best of the Smash Bros. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
it's the one they still play this in
Evo.
tournaments though.
Yeah, Evo. This is still the Evo one. Ultimate, I think, is giving it a run for its money.
And I think it will because it contains bits of everything.
Yeah. The single player in this was mind-blowingly good. I forget what it was called now, but like the single player, what was really good, you unlock some characters while you're playing the single player.
Yeah.
And I still remember I came up to the last level and Master Hand was up this stairway and you had to go defeat him. And the last three fighters who were left were, I think, Link, Zelda, and Ganon. And they sort of like looked at each other and went, yeah. And they all decided to go in it together. And they started walking up and then Master Hand came down and just sort of wiped them out. Everyone but I think Link or maybe Sheik. And then Master Hand was about to kill them and all of a sudden there was this this blue blur just came in, bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum, and it went boom, and then it stopped, and the camera spun around and froze, and it was Sonic, and he went, hey! And like that was the first time Sonic had been in a Nintendo game. This was his first appearance, and I just remember, to use a sophisticated wrestling terminology, I popped my tits off.
Damn.
Weird visuals.
Yeah. Oh, man, fantastic game. This was I believe, first one that had the trophies as well, where you earn coins
Oh, okay.
through the mini games, and then
Yep.
you put them into a gachapon. And I legitimately
Gachapon.
100% of this game. I
was trying
got
to think.
every single trophy. My friend and I used to sit there. This is when I was in high school, so we used to sit there after high school every day playing this, playing GoldenEye, playing all these games, and just 100%ing everything.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Back when you
game.
had time to finish games.
Yeah, back when I had time to play them.
And thank you. I was trying to think of the word Gachapon the other day. Couldn't get into it. You just reminded me. It's great.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, this would have to be the one that Snake came into as well.
It is, yes.
Yeah, because
correct.
the twin snakes.
Yep.
Got him into Nintendo.
Yep, you're playing in the island.
Shadow Moses.
Thank you. And then you hear like there's warning lights go, and then the wall breaks down, and there's Metal Gear Rex just behind you, and it starts to firing.
I love Metal Gear Rex.
Oh man,
My favourite Metal Gear.
Yep, it's fantastic. All right, next one. You can have the next one, Floppy.
I'll do the next one. So next one, big fan of Well, I'm a big fan of it.
No, it's a big fan of you.
It's
told
also
me
a
earlier.
big fan of me. Resident Evil 4. So took a franchise that was known for static cameras, that was known for tank controls, and flipped it third person, gave it some motion, and just fucking knocked it out of the park. Really.
Yeah.
This thing became one of the most iconic Resident Evil games.
Now they've remade this a lot,
They've remastered.
a lot. I still think the GameCube version is the best version. Or are you a Wii person?
No.
No.
I'm not particularly. I liked it. I like every iteration. I liked it on the GameCube. I haven't finished it on the GameCube. I finished it on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind the motion controls on that. I didn't find them too janky. I played it again on the PS4. I don't have a copy on the GameCube. I'd like to get one. But yeah, once again, expensive.
Just got a correction from Anto in the chat. I was talking about Brawl, not Melee. Oh well, I'm loopy tonight. So that's a correction. It was entertaining.
It was
At the end of the day,
entertaining.
if you were entertained, who gives a shit about the facts?
Next one's for you.
Metroid Prime, of course, appeared on the GameCube. I remember when I was younger.
So much younger than today.
Don't we get DMC? DMC. Run DMC will come in and tell you to stop singing.
And then we'll get some DLC.
Yeah.
You can download after the show.
Metroid Prime. This was the first one where they announced that it was going to first person as opposed to a side scroller, and not a Metroidvania. Dum dum dum.
A lot of people were pretty apprehensive, yeah?
They were very apprehensive
Until they played it.
until they played it and just went, actually, this game is amazing. Spawned 2 sequels, Metroid Prime 2 and 3, and a 4 to come, which we haven't seen anything of. We also spawned Metroid Other M, but that game's trash. Don't worry about it.
Is that the Wii one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not a good game at all.
Damn it, I think I've got it.
And Lucky Last is possibly one of my favourite Zelda games.
And can I just say, first GameCube game I got
Really?
as a Christmas present from 2 of my kids
What, recently?
a couple of years ago. I got it and I was playing it on the Wii. I didn't have a GameCube.
Oh, right. Yeah, Wind Waker. What a amazing game. Again, likewise, previous to this, we saw a tech demo at E3 which showed a hyper-realistic gritty Link fighting a giant spider, I believe.
Yep.
And everyone thought that's what it was going to be. And then they released this Toon Link, or as they called it at the time, Zelda, because it's cel-shaded.
Cel-shaded.
So CELDA.
I love cel-shaded stuff, man.
This game had so much character, so much heart. It was just a wonderful game to play. I cannot put into words how amazing it is. The only thing that annoyed me when playing it is the second, what we thought, when you're chasing the orbs, and the second orb, you have to beat the pirates to a cave, and you knock down the wall, and there's a big fish there, and he just gives it to you. And then I went, oh, what? That's got to be...
A little anticlimactic.
There's got to be a missing dungeon there. And sure enough, they did cut it for time. Game Boy Dad in the chat has said Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door is a bit stiff to not make the cut. Yeah, well, guess what, Game Boy Dad? This is our show, and we'll make cuts to whatever we like.
Rough. I like Super Paper Mario, but hey.
I've never played it, so that's why I didn't make the cut.
I like the new one.
You like
Yeah,
which one?
you did like the new one,
like
didn't you,
the
Brad?
new one,
I
didn't you?
really like the new one.
I
I haven't
remember
played
that.
any of the old ones. I do want to eventually.
So what else can you get for the GameCube that was really cool?
So Nintendo is sort of synonymous with peripherals. A little bit of little add-on.
Weird ones and great ones.
Yeah, and we're just going to go into a couple of, well, 2 really, really great ones. Of course, they had things like the microphone and all that sort of jazz. But the Game Boy Advance player,
That was a cool thing that they did.
great. So you got this pack in. It had a little a base that you clipped onto your GameCube. You put a disc in. It made it so you could put your Game Boy Advance games into the GameCube and play it on your TV.
But you need the disc.
Yeah, much like the Super NES, Super Game Boy, where you could plug your original Game Boy games in there and play them on your TV.
I like that you have to. Everyone has a handy coin screwdriver.
Yep. Well, that's what you could use.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a great thing. As we said earlier as well, really super expensive to get the disc now. Not so much the Game Boy player itself. You can usually pick them up for about $20, but the disc is very, very hard to find.
It ejects with some force.
Yeah.
I'd love to find one of those, but yeah. And how hard is it to find one that matches your GameCube?
Yeah. We Are Robots in the chat has also said the GameCube controller was pretty good, still preferred by Smash players. Yep.
Yeah.
The first and last Nintendo console to have trigger sensitivity. I believe so. We were going to do a segment on the show with GameCube. The best controllers.
Best controllers.
But we've had to cut for time because we spoke too much. But next show we will be talking about the top 10 game controllers of all time, and yes, this controller will feature in that.
Absolutely.
I can pretty much guarantee that.
Absolutely.
Another thing that I quite enjoyed was the Game Boy Advance cord, specifically for the Tingle Tuner.
I don't know what this is, man.
Well, do I have a video for you? So you're playing Wind Waker.
Was it yours place in 1993?
Sure was. So you bring up on your screen the Tingle Tuner, which looks like a Game Boy Advance. You get the Game Boy. It's just a cord that plugs into your Game Boy Advance or your Game Boy SP. Put it in your GameCube. Boot it up, and it actually has Tingle coming to help you, and use it as a second controller or as a second screen.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So if you just skip forward,
You know
a little
what?
bit,
This is
Brady,
going to be one of those things that you say it's cool, you'd never use it.
Oh, Lord.
you
no.
do use it because there's a whole bunch of games. So Tingle then helps you as to where the treasures are on the map. So you can see on the left-hand side there, the Game Boy SP popped up with Tingle helping you and playing the game on the right.
All right, that's pretty cool.
It was like an additional screen with something that you already had.
Yeah, okay.
So they use this technology with a lot of other games. For Pokemon games, transferring them over. Animal Crossing as well.
Okay.
And perhaps the greatest one, which Townsy has mentioned in the chat, Pac-Man Versus. Now, I've played this at some of the retrospect AVCon setups. Pac-Man Versus, I think I got a video there, Braden.
Ooh, yes, let me have a look.
Townsy in the chat, is Retrospect going to be at the Toy and Comic Fair? Cool.
Yes,
Are they going to have this there?
I think they will have to. I've got this game, by the way.
Oh,
Pac-Man
cool.
Versus was 4-player Pac-Man. So at random, one person was Pac-Man, 3 other people were the ghosts. Pac-Man had to try and get all the power
wearing
pellets,
gloves.
and the others had to be ghosts and try and capture him.
Oh, okay.
And you had one of these cords and plugged it into your GameCube. Player 1 had the GameCube controller. Everyone else had their Game Boy Advance as their screen.
Okay,
That's
that's pretty
cool.
cool,
So
man.
you're playing on the TV as Pac-Man, and you have no idea where the ghosts are. And the ghosts know where you are because they're all teaming up because they can see on their little Game Boy Advance screen where you are and try and gang up on you.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
This is such an
that
awesome
seems
game.
really unbalanced, though.
No, well, you'd think that, but it's really not because of the power pellets and it plays like normal Pac-Man. I've played this so many times. Such a great game.
When you did this thing with Animal Crossing, on the Game Boy Advance, did you just come up with quotes about how much of a dick Tom Nook is?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, the subtitle of the game. Animal Crossing GameCube, Tom Nook's a dick.
Dick.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, really, really fun. You should play that. Oh, just burp. Sorry. Excuse me. Didn't even know that was coming. It was just a surprise burp. Yeah, it's that garlic bread you gave me before.
Yep. That'll teach me.
Anyway, Pac-Man. Pac-Man Versus. It's a good pack. Brayden,
Yo.
there's also a list there of all the other games that use this bizarre peripheral. Can we just give
It is a bizarre peripheral.
a quick glimpse of the small amount of games that use the Game Boy Advance link cable?
Here we go. This is it. This.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They're
scrolling
all the games.
That's it.
that
How
used it.
many of them use it well, though?
That's it. None of them.
Well, you saw the Tingle Tuner.
Yeah, no. Those.
That
two or
Wind
three
Waker
would
one
be
was
it.
awesome.
You can't tell me Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban doesn't use the the
It
cable.
literally
Wheel.
just unlocks new content.
Yeah. Well, what about Disney's Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse?
That unlocks new content and uploads items from another game.
Okay, but what about Hot Wheels Velocity X?
Hot Wheels Velocity X unlocks new content.
Braden, have you ever played a GameCube?
I think my neighbors had a GameCube, and I remember playing
That's
something
a hard
on that
no.
a while ago. Like my neighbors when I was like a kid. I mean, but yeah, I had no idea that it had all this like other little stuff with it, like the being able to play Game Boy games and everything, and the cable. That's cool.
What was the microphone? Was that for Mario Party?
It was for Hey You Pikachu. Oh no, that was the 64. There was a not Pokemon Channel. It was a Pokemon game where
I reckon
Pikachu
it was a
was in
Mario
it,
Party
basically.
thing with a microphone.
Yeah, probably that as well. And hey, it's Anto, social media guru in the chat, has said Four Swords Adventures used the Game Boy Advance link cable spectacularly, and I completely agree with that. That was a really, much like Pac-Man,
Yeah.
you used the Game Boy Advance plugged in as a
There you
controller.
go. Mario Party 6 and pinball voice control.
There you go.
Pinball voice. Left bumper, right bumper.
Hey, floppy.
Both bumpers. Yeah, mate.
Floppy.
Yes.
Floppy.
Yes.
Floppy.
Yes.
Hey, we are robots.
Yes. Oh, that's not me.
Deals! Oh yeah, Donkey Konga as well. That was cool.
Every time.
You played bongos to make Donkey Kong run.
Oh, yeah, the bongos. You know, I've seen people that have remapped those to play Sekiro.
Yeah.
With the bongos.
Ridiculous.
Or Sekiro, or whatever you'd like to
Sekiro.
call it. Free games and deals. I've gone with deals for Switch and PlayStation and free games for Games Pass this week.
Sweet.
So on the Switch, I've got a couple of very different games.
Oh.
Very different games. You can get South Park, The Stick of Truth. So this is the first South Park game that, was it Trey Stone and Matt Parker, or Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Came out with. So this is all based around sort of the whole fantasy style movies, Lord of the Rings, and all that were out at the time. These games are great. I'm not even a huge fan of South Park. The games are
Really?
great. They're
I was
really
about to say I am not a huge fan of South Park. These games are great.
Yeah, they are. They are really well written, and they're great sort of little satire and
Both
parodies.
crazy, by the way.
Their
South Park's
parody
amazing.
is fantastic.
It is. It's phenomenal.
Ben, don't worry, and balances out. Everyone else on MMT is nuts for South Park, and I have to stop them from yabbering on about it for 20 minutes at a time.
So you can get the Stick of Truth for $22 down from $60.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
that's
That's
very
a
good.
massive. It's a massive. If you haven't played
Actually,
it, get it.
Nintendo, as we record this, up until October 3rd, have a massive game sale.
They have a huge sale.
Massive.
I was hard to pick things, and I actually picked things that weren't necessarily on that because everyone should look at those anyway. The other one I did pick is a Nintendo title. It's Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the Gold Edition. This game is great. It's
Everyone
XCOM.
keeps
It
saying
means
that.
Mario. You
I
haven't
just
played
don't
it.
like XCOM games.
If
Play-
you
so
don't
play a Mario
like
game.
XCOM strategy games, unfortunately, this game is not for you. But if you
we go.
do, it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. How good is this, Braden?
It's honestly excellent. I love XCOM style games, which is why I'm one of the few people who's really excited for that new Marvel one coming out.
Yeah.
The Midnight Suns.
Yeah,
Chronic. Yeah,
the
something.
card game part is weird, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I really enjoyed this way more than I expected to.
So you can get this for $35 down from $90.
Damn.
Like
good.
good sales. Over on the PlayStation Store, they've got a bunch of good sales on like stuff that's up to 75% off. Well worth flicking through there. But just at a crack, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, the Ultimate Edition.
I'm so glad you put this on.
So this has got the Z Pass with it, or the Z Pass, which gives you 8 extra characters. You get a music pack and you get a commentator voice pack. This is normally $170. You can get it for $27.
You know, I've already bought this game twice. I think I might buy it again because it has all the content for like $20.
Yeah, and it is such a good fighting game,
It
man.
really is.
Like, so hey, it's Anto, massive fighting game dude, loves his fighting games. Pretty sure he's a big fan of this one too. Yes, he has said he's such a good fighter. Yes, in the content, in the chat.
It's really good.
It looks really good
It
too.
really, and it's been in the news recently, it really reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah.
Just at like a
Another one of
modern
Anto's
version.
favorite games.
Well, it's a fantastic game. Incidentally, there's rumors that Marvel and Capcom have been in talks to maybe remake that.
Ooh,
Which
that'd
would
be cool.
very nice.
That'd be cool. But yeah, $170 worth of stuff for $27. If you like fighting games, or you like Dragon Ball Z, or you like both, get it. It's no brainer. The other game from PlayStation that I picked out was Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom.
I didn't enjoy the first Ni no Kuni.
So this is the sequel to Ni no Kuni that was made by Studio Ghibli. Now this one's not made by Studio Ghibli, but they've carried on their art style and the storytelling style. Really cool RPG. Probably why you didn't like it. Because the first hour is a bit slow.
No. There was more action there than there was in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
It was more. I found like the little like side character really obnoxious.
Okay.
I did not enjoy him.
I love this game. I bought the collector's edition when it came out with the music box and everything. That game digitally normally $99.95 down to $13 or $14. Like it's worth it.
Yeah.
Get it. New to Games Pass this week.
Yeah, let's look at Games Pass.
So
you didn't include the one that I really liked.
Sorry about that. There's a lot of games on there. You didn't tell me which one, so I had to guess.
Ben, don't worry. This one's got a mustache.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah, Subnautica Below Zero's come to Game Pass. I don't know if you've played Subnautica.
Yep.
So you have played Subnautica.
Well, I haven't, but I remember watching Dan play it on the stream when he was with us.
Yeah, and so it's like a survival collectathon craft thing. This guy, I like this guy because he's just shit goes wrong for him. He's a real dude. I haven't played this one. This
Looks
is
like
the
a
Below
younger
Zero
version of you.
Yeah, a little bit. What? Younger? Yeah, he looks younger. Oh shit! I'm dropping stuff.
The
Yeah,
main
so
thing with Subnautica 2 is that it is, if you enjoyed Subnautica, it is more
Subnautica with cold stuff.
I just love how happy that fish looks as it swims up to explode your face.
Yeah, look at that, man. I love the comedy in it. He's just like, what a day. Ugh. Keep calm. Carry on. You'll be right. Another one that I found on Games Pass, which is something that I haven't played and I don't know, but I'm probably going to download just because I like the look of it, was Origami 2. Stealth, ninja, gave me cool Tenchu vibes, which I thought was really good. Made me want to check it out.
Why has he got white? It's not a very good ninja. It's supposed to be black and melt into the shadows.
If he can do it while he wears white, then that's even better. But yeah, it looked really cool, and it made me want to play it, and it looks like Tenchu Stealth Assassin mixed with a Zelda.
Oh, that's a good combo.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know it'd be better than that?
What's that?
Metal Gear Solid. You want to be better than that? Actually,
Braydan versus the World?
Braydan versus the World. Braydan vs. the World is a little game that we like to play where Braydan, representing Braydan, takes on the world, represented by Floppy, in a musical game quiz. What do I mean by that? I'm glad you thought that, and I replied with these words. I have 4 songs here that I will play from video games past, present, or future. Braydan and Floppy each have 5 guesses, which they will take alternatively to try and work out from what game this piece of music? This piece of music?
This real pisser!
This piece de resistance came from. They'll go up to 5. They can try and guess beforehand. If they get it wrong, the other person gets the point. Blah, blah, blah. You'll pick it up. Now, chat, got a lot of new people in there tonight. Don't give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. Don't give it away.
Don't chilly willy it.
Braydan can see you. Floppy can't because he's
I'm
got
also
his glasses.
A, I don't have my reading glasses tonight, and B, I wear sunglasses.
And as a special treat, our some of our Patreon supporters at a Patreon level, I think it's the $15 a month. If you support us at that level, you have the opportunity to pick one of the songs.
Yeah, but let's not do what they were doing this week and posting it in our Discord where I can read it too. And so can Brayden.
No, they messaged me privately.
Oh, did they? Because
Yeah.
there was some ideas that went up in the Discord. I'm like, that seems counterintuitive for you.
No, I
it seems
specifically
quite
said-
helpul for me.
I
But I,
specifically
know Brayden
said-
never looks at it, so.
Message. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one from Dylan the Villain. He came up with this one, so that's a little clue for you as well, if you know Dylan well.
Was it a 90s sitcom?
Don't do that.
It's Family Matters.
Okay, Braden, question number 1.
Damn, that slapped. Okay. What console was this on?
What console was this on?
That's
This
just repeating the question. That's not
was
an answer.
on. You're cruising for a bruising tonight, Floppy.
You wouldn't hit me.
No, I don't need to. I can just make you lose
Because I'm an
horribly.
old man.
That's right. Osteoporosis will make you crumble. This was on the PlayStation 3, I believe.
Ooh.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
It seems like people in the chat will know, so sure.
Yeah, they'll yell at me if I'm wrong, as they always do. Floppy, question number 1.
Is it part of a series?
Yes, it is. Question number 2, Brayden. PS2. Thank you, Anto.
Excellent. And it was part of a series?
Yes.
Okay. Downsy throwing dumb shit in the chat. It's definitely.
Halo ODST.
Yes! It's my favorite banger.
That's where
from
Master
that
Chief
strategy
sits down with his harpsichord.
Oh boy. Okay. What's the main character like?
Person. I didn't choose this game, so I don't know a lot about it. I've not played it.
You googled it beforehand.
I googled when it was released. That's about it.
Excellent.
Okay. Is it? Has it been remade on another console?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe not remade is the right word. Has it
re-released?
Has it been? Has it appeared on another console as well?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Braden. Question number 3.
What? Could you describe the cover?
Yellow. And so floppy goes. Woo!
Shit. I'm probably going to get it wrong.
If it was a rabbit.
I always fuck this shit up. Is it Persona 4? Golden?
Yes, Persona 4. Don't say I'd never help you out.
I will tell everyone that you helped me out once, that one time.
Persona 4 Golden from 2012. Thank you, Dylan the Villain.
I'm pretty sure that came out on PS3 and on Vita,
I don't
as
know.
well as PS2.
Yeah.
Fuck
so
me.
It was Persona 4 on the PS2, and then it was Persona 4 Golden on the Vita.
Yeah, that's
And
why I
then it's
didn't
now
say
also-
Golden.
It's now also been put onto PC and everything as well.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't care. Here we go. Song number 2.
Who the fuck picks this?
Oh, this is one of mine.
Sounds like
Brayden.
a wrestling intro.
What console was this released on?
GameCube. Floppy.
What style of game was this?
It's a wrestling game.
Oh, fucking hell!
I did recognize.
I didn't. I'm just like, it sounds like a fucking wrestling intro.
Braden.
What color was the cover?
Oh, Jesus. You know what it is, isn't it?
Black and white.
Oh, maybe not.
Floppy.
Ugh. Like, fucking hell. Is it a licensed game?
Yes.
Okay.
Braden.
Who featured on the cover?
Hulk Hogan, Rob Van Dam, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
My God.
Oh, man, I've never played a wrestling game in my life.
I guess you should watch more wrestling.
That's not going to help me right now, is it?
Well, if you'd watched it back in 2002...
Oh, okay. Oh.
Huh, I got that right. I was just guessing off the top of my head. Anyway.
Did it have a year in the title?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Did it feature in the title one of the 2 opposing shows?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so...
GameCube, Braden.
I definitely don't know this then.
They were all PlayStation exclusives.
Oh, were they exclusives? That's why
Okay, can I say
they were the
something
only
that's
ones that
not
I
a
knew.
question so you can't call me out on it?
I could really screw you over right now because I could take that as
Because I just want to know if... No, fine.
No, wait. No, come on.
I was going to ask, are you talking about SmackDown versus Raw?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Because that's good, because that's what I was going to guess.
Okay, question number 4, Floppy.
Okay. Oh, shit. I don't know any of the other games. Was it... Is the title the name of the organization?
No.
Okay. So I'm
Question number 5, Braden.
screwed then.
Is the title an event?
Yes. Floppy, question number 5.
Can I get a hint?
That was Jericho's theme.
What's a Jericho?
Braden,
What is this? What is this now? What do I do?
this is your free guess.
Is it WWE WrestleMania?
Need a little bit more.
That's all I know. I don't
Can
know
I
what
just say,
else
I
there
asked if it had the bloody organisation in the title. He said no.
is. Oh, well, they all start with WWE, don't they?
Floppy, free guess. Don't worry, if you get it wrong, no one gets the point.
Oh, in that case, it's Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Fuck.
No, it's WrestleMania X8 or WrestleMania 18.
Oh, jeez. I didn't even know they did
Oh,
that.
WrestleMania. Okay, so it didn't have the...
Funny story about that game. It came out and I hired it and it was rubbish because the game that preceded that was No Mercy on the Nintendo 64.
I heard that was like the best game
the best
Yeah,
wrestling
No Mercy
game ever.
was fantastic.
Yeah, we need to play that. As
You know
well.
what you could do? Is it still better, though, than WWE 2K20?
Yes.
I've never seen these games ever.
Really?
Not
Anyway,
fair that he's looking them up.
after the concept,
There you go. You can see
he
them
says
too.
that now.
There you go. That's what it is.
it was The Rock, not Austin. My bad.
Does he have hair?
You were thinking of
Yeah.
that cover.
Oh yeah, that's the cover I've got.
Does he have hair?
Yeah, Rock had hair. So yeah. Anyway, I hired this game. It completely sucked, so I never bought it. Then I saw it on sale when they were getting rid of all GameCube games for like $10, and I went, nah, I'm not going to buy that. Then years later, it shot up in value as all retro gaming stuff does, and it's around $50, $60. And I said to myself, no, you know what? I'm not going to buy it until it's $10 again. I'm not going to buy it until it's $10 again. I saw it a couple of months back for $15, and I bought it.
Dylan the Villain in the chat
Yes, thank you, Brad.
has called, come on, even I know that. I won't take that. There is 2 people that would have guessed that. One is you, and one is that guy. I'm not taking that one.
All right, here we go.
All right,
Song
pass
number
it
3.
back
We
on.
ready?
Go.
Is
Okay.
it weird that I still knew it?
Well, I mean, I
If
was going to
you
get
knew
another one.
that, man,
Do you want to try? I knew it from the first note.
what the
Do
fuck
you want
was
to
it?
try it again?
Hang on, I'll try again. No, it's corrupted.
Is it the Chipmunks' Big Adventure?
Oh, wow. Like, I usually check these songs, and I checked the first part, and it was good. And I went, yep, that's good to go.
Are you Ladies Man 217?
Sorry, what?
Transformers? Anyone? Sounds like the warbled like radio frequencies from the Transformers live action movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I only recognise the animated film.
Oof.
Yeah. All right. Question number 1, Braden.
Is this the first or the second game?
First.
Awesome.
Floppy, question number 1.
What am I going to have for dessert tonight?
A big old bowl of sucked in you lost.
Sounds like it. Go, Braden.
Is that Wii Sports?
It's Wii Sports.
How did you get that from that garbled mess?
Because the ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun is what everyone listened to ever.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even know what
Wii.
you just
the
said.
opening music
was
for
different.
it. And
Yeah.
it's so I heard it so many times. It's so iconic.
All right.
Fucking hell.
Here we go. Last question. We're tied up, I think,
We
at
are.
30 apiece.
Oh wait, there we go.
Nah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is from Michael Towns of Game Boy Games, one of our wonderful Patreons and supporters. This is his song, and I've got a little story to go after
I don't know
this
if
song
it's
as
going to
well.
be his song. I wasn't in that game, so I couldn't play it.
Huh?
Did you say it was from his game?
No.
Okay.
No, it's his choice of song.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Floppy woke up.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Floppy, this isn't included. Floppy,
Yep.
what does that sound like?
Sounds like Mask.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. That's all I
Okay,
wanted to
so
know.
like, I was about to have another fucking Footloose moment. And just go, it's Mask the video game.
That's all I wanted to know because it ties into Dino more.
That sound.
Okay.
That sounds so familiar. I
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it sounds like
yeah.
Mask.
There's a reason for that,
but
and
I
it ties into Dino More. I'm so excited for Dino More. You have no idea. Holy shit!
Mask
I don't-
Crusaders
I only
working
know Mask
overtime.
from you
Fighting
doing that,
crime.
but I feel like I've heard that
crime.
music before somewhere.
You've
Yeah,
heard it many
1980s cartoons.
many times.
Mask.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Okay.
You guys, I highly advise you go and subscribe to Patreon over at hackthedino.com because this Dino More is going to be the greatest one ever. Because Michael Towns and I were having a discussion before the show where he gave me possibly the greatest YouTube video that just blew my freaking mind. And we're going to talk about it. I'm going to play it during Dino More, just like this. And I'm so looking forward to it.
I already know I'm not going to get it.
Anyway, question number 1, Braden.
Oh boy. Okay. What console is this on?
The NES.
Okay.
What style of game was this?
It's a platformer.
What How would you describe the main character?
A blue boy.
Okay.
Floppy.
Would you? What was the? Did I say what was the style of game?
Yeah.
What did it?
was
What
a
did you-
platformer.
Platformer. That's right. Does the main character have a name?
He does.
Fuck, that was my question.
Question number 3, Brayden.
Damn, I hate that shit.
What is your main objective?
To defeat the bosses.
Okay.
Floppy, question number 3.
What was your weapon?
Cannon.
Yeah.
Brayden, question number 4.
I don't know how many of these released on what consoles.
I'm pretty sure I know which one it is too, but there's like a bajillion of them, isn't there?
Yeah, that's
Chat, you're being very naughty.
from my memory.
Very
That's
naughty.
all I know.
Can I take my glasses off?
No.
Damn it.
What? Jesus. Does it have a number in the title?
No. Question number 4, Floppy.
Is it just the name of a character in the title?
Yes. Brayden, question number 5.
This feels too easy now.
I know, right?
Like,
This is where you feel like,
yeah, I feel like
I'm going to say something and get laughed at for 8 days.
Yeah, you know what?
Footloose.
I'll give it-
Footloose.
Is it Mega Man?
It's Mega Man.
Wow.
Okay, so
I could have said that like the
Yeah,
last
I
question. I was
know,
like,
yeah, we
nah,
got that.
it's too easy. I'm going to
So-
get laughed at again.
Brayden gets that point. Brayden's 31. The world's on 30. What Townsy gave to me was so he sent through this song. So this is the song that I chose, and then he sent an REM song through and said, "Have a listen to the start of this," and it was almost exactly the same. I went, "Oh, that actually reminded me of Mask," and he goes, "Oh yeah, you should probably look at this," and gave me a clip of about 30 songs that sound exactly like that tune.
10 out of 10.
That's why we feel like
It's like
we
the
heard
4
it.
chord thing.
Yep. So in Dino More, I'm going to be playing that, and you guys can listen to the songs.
I can't wait.
Oh,
Come subscribe
fantastic.
to Patreon and come and watch us listen to songs.
That's right. So if you want to subscribe for $15 a month, you can come and join us straight after the show and see the live recording and join in and be part of the fun. Or you can sign up at, what is it, $10 a month and get the Dino More VOD afterwards when we put it up
$10
later
a
in the
month.
week. There we go.
Man, I knew that was Mega Man. And I'm like, nah, it's too easy. And every time I think it's easy, I end up saying shit like Footloose. Fuck.
We have been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast where we bring you the past, present, and future of video game news. I have been the self-proclaimed monarch of Glee. Not the TV show, just Glee in general, Ben Rosenthal.
Should have been on the TV show.
And I have stuff to plug, which I'll do after, but Floppy will do his plugging first.
I can do that. I can plug lots of things.
Do it.
I'll plug one thing.
Okay.
But first, I'm going to talk about floppy-based games.
Okay.
On Instagram, you can go see me. I haven't posted anything for a little while, actually. I've been kind of slack. It's been a busy couple of weeks.
It has.
Cut me some slack.
You got a Kirby thing? That's
I got a Kirby thing. I got Kirby's and the rainbow brush, paintbrush magic thing. That's actually a really cool game where you have use the, what's that thing called? Man, I've lost English.
Yeah, me too.
The little paintbrush thing.
Stylus?
Stylus to paint little ramps that Kirby goes flying up. It's pretty cool. Got some NES stuff. Got Monster Hunter on the Wii. Another one that I'll get but never play.
Do you own all of them?
I own a number of them because I always think they're really cool and I never play them. But yeah, it's Instagram. Comes to me, Floppy Plays Games. I'll put stuff up there that I'll buy but never play.
Brayden.
Yes, I do another little podcast with my friends. We talk about movies and what we've been watching and all that jazz. This week features a clip from our most recent episode in which Alex and Steph recount the tale of how they got home attempting to catch an Uber and a taxi for Alex's 24th birthday the other day.
They caught an Uber in a taxi.
No, it's a story. So Alex has already clipped it. And normally it takes him a week to edit the video and put up the whole episode. But he's instantly taken the first 6 minutes and just put it straight up. It's a very fun story. I highly recommend.
Brayden,
Yo.
have you all watched Star Wars Visions yet?
No, I haven't checked it out yet.
I
It
almost
only
watched it
just
today.
came out, didn't it?
I watched them all today.
All of them.
I
How much
did
is
look
there?
and see that there were only like 13, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah, about 15, 20 minutes. Some of them, super awesome. Others, but yeah, really cool overall. I'm really, really glad it exists because,
started.
yeah, like just
It looks excellent. I'm really excited to actually check it
a
out.
lot of cool concepts in there. And because it's outside of canon, the studios could just do whatever the hell they wanted.
Hell yeah.
It was great.
It's exactly what Star Wars needed.
Yeah.
Can I just point out Townsy's comment? Is your podcast called MMT or
I would love it is MMT, but yeah, it's great. Our most recent episode that's available on YouTube because it's on podcast services as well, like Spotify and everything. We finally chat about us watching Goonies for the first time.
Oh, how was that?
Oh my god!
You'll have to watch the show.
I fucking love Goonies.
Yeah,
Goonies never say die,
So
motherfucker.
that was our classic call-outs. This most recent episode that's about to go up on the YouTube is out today on the podcast services. We watched Midnight Cowboy.
Oh, John Voight
Yeah,
and Justin
John Voight,
Hoffman.
looking like a 12-year-old in a big cowboy outfit.
Yeah, man, you'll love it.
Yeah, he's a male
Maybe.
prostitute. It's
Probably
fantastic. But yeah, it's a good time. I highly recommend. It's great fun. I love it.
How did you get to Midnight Cowboy? Who brought that?
So it's a new segment of ours we're doing called Classic Callouts, where we've pulled together a list of movies that none of the five of us have ever seen that are considered classics. So none of the five of us had ever seen Goonies. So it made the
despicable.
list. And then every week we chat about whatever was picked last week, and then we end the segment with a Wheel of Fortune wheel that picks our next movie.
Have you got Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid on the wheel?
I don't believe so.
It should be.
I was going to say, because every single thing we do needs to be checked. It hasn't been watched by any of us. And
Bet you none of you have.
There's one of us who is like very well versed in classic old movies.
Alex?
Oh no, it's not Alex.
Oh, really?
No, it is Chris. He has a segment which is Chris's Corner, I think.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid has Paul Newman playing Butch Cassidy and Robert Redford playing the Sundance Kid.
He's crazy for Robert Redford, so he's probably seen it.
Damn it.
But Chris watches a lot of old movies. He's also a bit of a history buff. But yeah, it's good fun. I like it. And also, we obviously have our review of Shang-Chi. We chat about Hawkeye trailer and Matrix trailer and all that.
Shang-Chi was just a good old-fashioned kung fu film. Like,
I have not
like the old Jackie Chan type films.
Is it out?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
missed
Jazz and I went and saw it. Just fun. Just a fun kung fu action movie. It was great.
it. Yeah, cool.
I do other things, such as bad game arts, which is what we talked about during the show.
Fucking crack.
You can see blasteroids there. That's
Quasitron?
Quasitron.
I like how none of the artwork actually represents what the game looks like.
No, this one's got a robot with giving you a high five. This one's a giant hemorrhoid in space.
I
Fight
fucked up stuff that looks like
COVID-19
that.
with a vaccine today.
Yeah, make sure you do. What else we got there? We have Defenders of Oasis with the most erotic-looking man going up against, I don't know, a vampire?
Why is his crutch a black hole?
The bottom half of that image is the cover to one of those old like romance shitty novels.
And the top half is
Yep.
an Iron Maiden album.
Exactly right.
Keep skipping through, Braden. There's an even worse one. No, Rygar. So, like, I had...
What is he doing? Is he pole vaulting over that guy's head?
His fist and his shoulder are larger than his face. And Rygar book in the comments and, well, it's closer to the camera. No, that's not how perspective works.
I mean, it is, but that's not closer to the camera
Not
either.
his
It's
shoulder and his opposite fist.
No.
This arm here would have to be like 6 feet long for it to be that
Yeah.
big.
And then look at
of
his
a
opposite shoulder.
head. Yeah, it's just massive. It's
And then
right
look at
there.
his small little face.
Or he's just the guy that's at the end of Beetlejuice that's got a shrunken head.
Yeah, or him. No, not Lester. That was by Dylan the Villain. There it is. Hellfighter.
Jeez. Oh my
Hell
God.
yeah.
Hey, so do they get
He's not wearing pants.
Look at the right proper tits on that one.
Hellfighter.
Do they also have artists
Look at those cum gutters. Look at them.
that fail anatomy?
I'm glad people.
And why
click
is
off the
everybody
show by the time we
using-
get to the outro?
Why does everyone use an airbrush on everything?
What I want to know is how is he holding that sword?
Oh, there's swords in his ass!
Jesus.
Well, that's a hell of a sheath.
Oh man, we should do a stream where we just go through this art and like rate it.
Yeah, give me, what's another one? What the
Uh,
fuck? No,
that was
that's
Ball
boring.
Blazer. I just really like the name.
Sure, the last one could have been Ball Blazer. What is that one? I'm going to look around the camera.
At Bad Game Arts. Look at the faces of
Crackdown,
those
right.
dudes. At Bad Game Arts on Instagram and Twitter. Check us a follow. I've been cutting back. I was putting up 2 a day, but I was burning through all my content.
Yeah, I
so I've
know.
just pulled back a bit. But man, there's some great stuff on there. Anyway, we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our Gamingcast. Thank you very much for joining in with us and having a good time. We will see you in the future.
Footloose?